All right, look, PrizePicks is America's #1 sports picks app, and it's the easiest way to win cash while you're watching games. Here's how it works. You pick more or less on 2 or more players, and you lock it in. That's it. No spreadsheets, no nonsense. If player picks aren't your thing, you can also pick teams now. Winner, spread, total, all in the same app. Team picks are live in 30 states, including California, Texas, my home state, and Florida. Most importantly, new users use code Speakeasy. $5 gets you $50 in lineups for free. PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Speakeasy sophisticated sports talk with the best in the game. I'm the large human being nicknamed Carebear, standing behind the bar, Kieran, Hickey, Simple, and I'm joined here today by 2 gentlemen who get on my last nerve. But I'm excited that they're back in the building. One is my boss, Emmanuel Acho, in the building. How we doing today, Acho?
Beautiful people. Let me say this, Kieran. Let me say this is for you.
Oh, wow.
I'm never going to another World Cup.
Wow.
It was boring as hell.
Now, you went to the worst match possible.
It was boring as hell.
The was terrible.
Shout out to y'all for bearing with us. Yesterday's show postponed last minute. Got tickets to the World Cup. Had to go. Had to go.
Sure, it's a bucket list item. Yeah,
sure. Bucket list item. Yeah. But it was terrible. With that being said, so glad to be in studio. Hey, consider us your online family. If it's your first time watching the Speakeasy, here to laugh, here to make you smile, here to just help you escape from the monotony of your daily life. We don't ask much from y'all. Laugh, enjoy the time, and if y'all do anything, it would mean everything to us if y'all hit the subscribe button. If you've yet to do that, hit the subscribe button. After that, hit the bell button, be notified when we go live. A lot to talk about. Ryan Clark got fired. Deebo Samuel wants to come back to the Niners. Brandon Aiyuk is still tweeting. Carebear, turn me up!
Look, it's a loaded show for you guys today, and today is my, return to seeing Shady in the building. 2-5, 2 live. The Philadelphia Eagles all-time leading rusher. He celebrated a birthday. Officially Unk, 38 big ones. And he celebrated in a crazy way. Can we show this picture?
What the hell happened?
What the hell is this, Shady? What the? Shady.
Whoa.
What is that, man? You was having the time of your life and wherever you were.
You see that right there? That's called a tomahawk steak.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I'm lying. A golden tomahawk steak.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so just imagine what that costs.
Oh,
that cost. But anyway, not to
get my money up. My fault.
But I am an unk though. I just realized that.
You are,
bro.
Yeah, you are.
You know I represent 2-5 Sports.
You always
all the top tier athletes in America.
Check.
These young jitterbugs didn't know who the hell the snowman was. Young Jeezy.
Oh man.
I said, you know who Rick Ross is.
Yep.
You know who T.I. is.
Yeah.
How you don't know who young
The snowman?
Jeezy is?
Come on, bro.
This is terrible. So maybe I am old.
That's crazy, man. Nowadays, bro, with these YNs, I done seen it all. It's a Jeezy song. I done seen it all. Yak Stack, 7 feet tall. I know some Jeezy.
Okay, all right. I give you that. I give you that, young man. I give you that, young man.
Speaking of the OGs, we have another one here. A father, now father times 2.
Times 2.
2 beautiful daughters.
This is
And he's here back representing Gary, Indiana. Social Trey in the building.
I'm doing good. I'm not representing Gary. This looks similar to my no logo hat, but this is actually the Girl Dad Collective. Shout out to my cousin, got it for the birth of my child.
Oh, that's cool, man. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
the Girl Dad.
Where's your
I'm a
Speakeasy
girl dad.
at?
We didn't know free pub.
That's crazy.
I don't care if it's your cousin, your uncle, your mama now.
Oh, shit.
We don't give no free pub. You have a kid now, all of a sudden you start giving free pub.
That's crazy.
I don't care. Are they paying the Speakeasy?
They're not.
I feel that.
The hell?
They're not, cuz.
My apologies.
Coming on this show.
My bad.
On this platform.
My
promoting.
Acho, did you know though?
fault.
To give Trey some credit.
Talk to me.
His beautiful daughter came into this world. And the first look she got of her father was him covering that fat old forehead up with a Speakeasy hat. You know that?
That is true.
I hope her first word.
Oh yeah, the baby.
The first thing she saw in letters was Speakeasy.
Yeah, my baby. Yeah.
What was they rapping at?
Vacation.
You was eating golden tomahawks.
Yeah,
We
you
already
go
got-
tomahawks.
We already got 2,500.
No, 2,800.
2,800 people.
2,800 are already in the door.
It's a dramatic show.
It's gonna be a crazy show.
Okay.
And get to it.
We got to get to it. Look, we have a loaded show for you today. First, we have to talk about the biggest news in the sports world. Ryan Clark was let go from ESPN today. ESPN cut ties with him, The Athletic has learned. But this thing got even crazier because Ryan Clark was live on NFL Live today and was told during the program that he was being let go.
No.
He didn't finish the program. ESPN was expected to inform him tomorrow morning when it is anticipated the network to inform the employees of the layoffs. But crazy news is Ryan Clark was let go while on air earlier today. Is some news leaked earlier. Fellas, you guys' reaction. I know, Acho, you were an expert at being fired. Wow. Your reaction to Ryan Clark being let go.
Executives are cowards. That is my reaction. Executives are cowards. It is one thing to fire a man. If you work long enough, you will get fired regardless of your profession. But to fire a man that helped bring a show its very first Emmy Award in the midst of that show is cowardly. On NFL Live. NFL Live, a show that's for the last 2 years won back-to-back Emmy Awards for best daily sports show. Y'all know how many daily sports shows there are in the world? Many of which you watch, and even more that you don't watch. And they have objectively been voted on 2 years straight for having the best one. And you're going to fire an anchor of that show? Not just an anchor of that show. Y'all just now about to have a Super Bowl. That's why you got Troy Aikman. That's why you came out here from Fox and you got our talent. And Ryan Clark is on that Monday night show. Fire that man. So to me, it is cowardly to fire a man in the midst of him working for a show that he has built up to Emmy level and Emmy quality. I fully understand firing somebody. You got to fire somebody, you got to fire somebody. Bet. We all going to get fired. At least I have. I'll speak for me. I can't speak for nobody else. You get fired. But it's another thing to fire somebody in the midst of a show. To me, that's repulsive. It's cowardly.
Yeah, I mean, listen, people get fired every day. But what I don't understand is, all these other opportunities to fire Ryan Clark. Why are you firing while he was on air? I don't understand that. At the old show, I heard that, Acho and his homies got fired on air. I wasn't there. I knew it was about to happen. Yeah, what's about to happen? Okay, I will not be. I'm
It's a true story. It's a true story.
But that's a true story. But my thing is, it's like, and I don't have anything to say bad about ESPN because I don't want to know all the particulars of what really happened. But I do know this, is that Ryan Clark is really, really good on TV, right? And I think a lot of viewership, they love to see Ryan Clark. He's one of the guys, he's an ex-player that speaks and gives you the insight of what a player goes through. So I just don't understand why they fired him while he was on air. That's kind of wild to me. I'm sure that we'll get the real story eventually soon because he'll speak his piece and let everyone know what really happened. Yeah,
no, firing someone while they're in the middle of a workday, a little crazy, especially when they're doing their job to the best of their ability. It does seem crazy.
Let me provide some nuance. Again, we're going ha-ha, kiki. That's the show. I'm going to laugh at myself. Y'all can laugh at me in the chat. Throw tomatoes. Do all the things. Last year, true story, I find out that our show's getting canceled. Me, Shady, James Jones, Chase Daniel. I find out our show's getting canceled like 5 days before it gets canceled. But we found out in reality on social media. The executives never told us first. My representatives told me first. That's how I found out. Hey, Acho, this is about to happen. Keep it a secret. Don't tell anybody. Funny enough, obviously, Shady, my dog. So with all due respect, I talked to my dog. But keep it a secret. Don't tell anybody. Executives did not tell us that we were getting fired. We found out on Twitter in a post-show meeting. True story. And Rome is my witness in the back. He was with me at the last show. Shout out my dog, Rome.
Shout out to producer Rome.
After every show, we do a post-show meeting. Post-show meeting to prepare for the next show. That's how it goes down. You do the show, you do a post-show meeting. We're in the post-show meeting, ha-ha and kiki. Hey, what y'all want to talk about tomorrow? All right, let's talk about Eagles, repeat Super Bowl champs, bet. As the executive is upstairs, we get tweets and texts. And oh my God, the facility getting canceled, getting canceled. Didn't even tell, bruh, true story. James had left because only I did the post-show meeting. Shady, James Jones, Chase didn't have to do post-show meeting. I did the post-show meeting. James had left, 2-5. He forgot something. His badge didn't work, Shady. I swear to God, Shady, I can't make this up.
That fast?
That fast. His badge did not work when he was coming back to get something. He didn't know we had been fired yet. He hadn't got called by the executive. So James is trying to figure out, why my badge don't work.
It's like the Jamal Adams meme.
Straight up and down. He's trying to figure out, why the hell don't my badge work? Because you got fired and deactivated and execs didn't tell nobody. Craziest piece is everybody that would be like, hey, morning, Acho. Hey, you want your same coffee, Acho? Ach, what you need? As soon as you get fired, act like you dead, like you got the plague. Like,
damn.
Like some wild stuff. To the point where I sent my team in to collect my clothes. Like I'm not finna, y'all not finna play me. And then there came a point where the executive was like, hey, Emmanuel, we want to call you, talk about, I don't need you to call me. I already saw I got fired. So like what if you want to call me before Twitter notifies me. Yeah. This ain't about me. This is about Ryan. Why did they tell Ryan in the midst of the show? Because I don't think they wanted him to find out during the show on NFL Live on Twitter.
My thing is, we're calling, the night before and don't have him come into work.
Correct.
Yeah. My thing is like Ryan had a whole family. He got his home brand.
Yep.
And I think he's gonna be fine because he's a hell of a talent. Mm-hmm. But this could take a hit in his brand where it's like, damn, you making me look a certain way. You know what I mean? I might be the butt of the joke because you fired me while I'm at work. You could have fired me last night and saved me the trip. That's the stuff I don't like because it's more of a respect thing. I think Ryan has earned the respect for all the great things he's done, at ESPN.
Yeah, I mean, you know how firing works. The decision was made before that day.
Long time ago.
The decision was made probably weeks before. It was probably made at the beginning of the quarter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's tough.
But let me ask you this question.
Yes, sir.
Now, Ryan go on TV. He might say some stuff to get everybody's, But why did they fire him, though? Because Ryan's good.
I think at the end of the day, there's two megastars at ESPN left doing daily shows. Stephen A. Smith,
oh, for sure.
Yeah. And Pat McAfee. It's two megastars. Right now, they have to make room for Pat McAfee, I believe. I saw this tweet earlier today. If we have it, Kieran, please pull it up. ESPN is expected to start paying Pat McAfee north of $60 million annually.
He getting that? Oh, because he got his own.
His own joint. Okay. I don't know if he'll actually end up getting that. I think right now he's making like $20 million annually. So this could be a little stretched, a little inflated, and obviously, from what I've heard, they pay Pat, and Pat might pay all of his talent. So it's not like it's just $60 million in Pat's pocket.
Production costs, maybe, because he shoots from home.
Correct. The Pat McAfee show will get $60 million, of which he has to pay 12 or his 15 talent and all those people. But with that being said, you got to start to find that money. Where do I get that money at? Okay, well, if Ryan is making $2-3 million, bet. That's how if I got to find 10 or 15 more for Pat, where can I find it? Okay, I can find a couple mil from Ryan. I don't know if Marcus Spears, now that his son is going to Texas, his daughter's going to Texas, respectfully, his kids are going to make way more than he'll ever make on television if his son plays his cards right. Yeah. So maybe we scale back Spears. Maybe we you know what I mean? I think, Shady, they're making room for McAfee.
I mean, I have a story. This is just how the sports media world works. So my first job in sports media, if you guys don't know, was at this place called Wave. Wave, very popular now because, after I worked there at 22, 23 years old for 8 months, I got laid off. They laid off a large portion of the company. Everyone was wondering, damn, why we get laid off? A month later, they announced, hey, we're starting this podcast called New Heights with Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce. Needed to make money to maybe cut some salaries off, lay off a bunch of people to give an opportunity to hire some more people. That's just the way the business works. They move money around. They try to give new opportunities. And also, ESPN in itself is now a changed market. The fact that the highest paid person at ESPN is now probably going to be Pat McAfee, who started his own platform just from live streaming on YouTube, just from having his friends in his garage, having viral moments over the internet. That's the new age of talent. Being a former player and having no online presence and or personality to be able to go viral or have any sort of clips go off is just not going to work as much anymore. Now, Ryan's not in that. Ryan's not in that. I also love Ryan. RC, great dude. He's in a situation. That's crazy. He's in a situation where he still has Pivot. He still has his own platform that he's able to go back and lean onto. I'm excited to see him expand in that role.
But here's the thing, though, and this is a aside for everybody watching that's ever created anything in your life, or even if you have that entrepreneurial spirit in you, y'all better build that joint. Because here's what people don't realize, and I had to learn this, and unfortunately Shady as a byproduct had to learn this the hard way. You get fired on July 20th. Kieran, when's the NFL season start? Maybe September 9th or 12th?
September 9th this year.
Colleges
correct. You do not have time to go get another job. CBS's rosters filled.
Yeah.
NFL Network now is owned by ESPN. Filled. Fox doesn't really have any daily show opportunities in their roster. Filled. NBC's roster filled. So when you get fired this late into the programming, that's what happened to myself. It's like we got fired on July 14th. Everybody's roster's filled. So why the hell we had to create Speakeasy? Now, what they've done with the pivot is incredible. But at the end of the day, Monday Night Football gets 26 million viewers. You better find a way to go get you 26 million viewers back. NFL Network gets about 500,000 viewers a day. Doing the Pivot Pod 4 times a month, you better find a way to That's why what we doing here in Speakeasy, we doing this every night. Like we had to find a way to counter that. Go ahead, 2-5.
Nah, so wait, McAfee making more than Stephen A. Smith?
Not yet, but this next deal he might jump.
Next deal probably.
Why? Because he owns his own. Because I don't get that part. He can't. I mean, Stephen A. Smith, he ain't even.
I don't think he can touch Stephen A.
At all.
But
how was
he's 38. So if you're betting on the future, he's 38. Stephen A. is maybe 58. So they're like, let me bet on him.
My question is it because he has his own platform? That's why, or is it?
I think it's twofold. He does more than Stephen A. Smith now because he does that college show, which is a gigantic show. College Game Days.
Game Day,
You know, probably in order of value to ESPN, Monday Night Football, and then College Game Day is probably.
Yeah. But I think and I'm just trying to, because you know this better than I do, but like Stephen A. is gonna grab more attention by himself.
Absolutely.
I feel like Pat got to bring all these different movements to.
People watch Stephen A. to watch Stephen A.
Yeah.
People watch who Pat brings on, but Pat has his hands. He has his hands
in everything though. WWE,
Pat's great though. So I just want to know how that works. I'll just say this though with the whole thing with even Ryan is like he had a great thing with the pivot. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if it's still where it was at. You know what I mean? But I know it's still good. I just think that if somebody's gonna get fired and you're asking what's he gonna do next, I think Ryan's the type of guy where he'll do something good next. Just because the relationships he's been meeting and connecting with, stuff like that, the Mike Rubens and all that, and so. I mean, they pivot and they have it already going on.
They do. And it's popping. But it's not just popping to Speakeasy. We got 5,500 people in our return show.
5,500 already?
In the return show. Let me say this truly. During the season, it's finna go crazy, Kieran.
Oh, my God.
You don't have 15,000, 20,000, 25,000 watching.
Shady feet gonna be out again.
I want the 5,500 of y'all know. We see y'all. We love y'all first. We love y'all most. Like, Trey, you got a couple kids. And I know you're not supposed to have a favorite child. I don't care. Y'all the favorites. The 5,500 in here, y'all the favorites. We're not going to start acting brand new when there's 15,000 people in here. Y'all are the favorites. And just for that, we finna give y'all an incredible show. If you're watching because you're hate watching or you're new here, that's fine.
Cool.
We love y'all too. But hit that subscribe button and hit the like button. Can we get 1,000 likes on today's show?
Please, can we do that?
Hit the like button. It don't cost you nothing, but it pushes us further into the algorithm. Carebear, we got a best topic coming up. Turn it up.
Look, we got to turn it up here. Shedeur Sanders back in the news after having a photo shoot on the Sanders compound where he had hundreds of 12 Shedeur Sanders jerseys on the driveway. Rex Ryan jumped in and said, get a load of this kid. Great talent, needs to realize as a franchise quarterback, there has to be more we than me. Come on, man. That's what Rex Ryan had to say, adding on to Shedeur after this photo shoot with all of his former jersey numbers on the driveway out here. Do you guys
don't do you guys?
This is
I think Rex coach Shady. So
okay, yeah. So is this
your coach,
bro?
Rex is coach,
and Rex is my man. I'm trying to figure out why he's on Shedeur so bad. Like, this is a photo shoot. You know what I mean? It's not about we on my photo shoot. It's about me on my photo shoot. I don't want to see nobody. I don't want to see Myles Garrett in my pictures. I want to see number 12 Shedeur Sanders. But stuff like this is gonna be in his room and his mom and dad's living room and his friends. Like, I don't know what it is with Rex and Shedeur. I think he's a team first guy. If you look at what his teammates say about him, they always speak how great of a teammate he is. But god dang, dude, the kid is from Deion Sanders' scrotum.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a little me. There's nothing wrong with that. It's gonna be a little me. You feel me? My son, a little smart. He ain't as 2.5 as he's gonna get, but he loves himself too. You feel me? I just don't understand when you're an NFL player. Yes, I get it. It's a team thing, but bro, it's the reason why you have one of the top 5 jersey sales, because it is about you too. And one part is about the team when it's during the game, during the season, but on the off season, my friends and homeboys, I'm doing commercials and I'm doing all type of brand deals, bro. It is about me. What are we talking about? And if you don't understand that, then maybe you just haven't ever really been a star to understand.
I ain't never been from Prime's balls, so yeah, maybe that's why I don't understand it.
I don't think I've ever heard the word scrotum used.
Scrotum is crazy.
On a sports show.
I want to say this.
Beyond scrotum.
Scrotum is the first time.
That was an SAT word.
You learn scrotum in school.
5th grade sex ed.
Yeah,
but I don't think I've heard
if they can say it in school, I can say it on Speakeasy.
Yeah, that's facts.
Nobody's stopping you from saying it.
No. We're just a little perturbed.
Absolutely.
A little thrown off.
Definitely thrown off.
Y'all start off. I'm superstar player around the guys.
Cultural superhero, superstar, lots of money, all the women. We get it.
Here's my thing, bruh. I see why Rex is saying this, even though I don't agree with it. Rex is from the old school. Rex wants we, not me quarterbacks. Shady, you played for Rex. Rex's quarterback.
Rex love me, guys.
But quarterbacks.
He loves them.
Quarterbacks. I think he had maybe EJ Manuel was one of his
EJ Manuel was there. Tyrod was there.
Picks.
Matt Castle was there.
Nathan Peterman.
Peterman. That's one thing.
He had what's the kid from the
Talk to me.
Mark Sanchez. Got beat up by the old Mark
Geno
Sanchez.
Smith. Geno Smith.
No, beat up by the old dude. It's Mark Sanchez.
Okay, maybe
Mark Sanchez.
Yep.
He had a kid at the Jets.
Yep.
Then he had.
But all of these people you're mentioning are a bunch of like we guys. Like obviously I know Mark incredibly well. I know EJ really well. They're just a bunch of like we guys. But it's a new era. It's a new culture, and Shedeur's a new person. I don't think this photo shoot has anything to do with how Shedeur plays a game of football. That's why to me this is dumb.
It's a crazy reach.
That's why to me it's that part.
It's a crazy reach. It's a dude at his home.
Yeah.
Taking a photo shoot with his picture with his jersey on his driveway. It did who cares? This isn't him at practice taking time out from everybody else to be like, yo, everybody get over here and take a picture with my jerseys. No, that's not what's happening. It's him taking a picture of his accomplishment. And that's the thing that I don't understand about a lot of coaches or former players that go hate on the guys that are me or whatever. Why is it bad for him to be proud of his accomplishment? He worked his ass off and got to play in the National Football League and had the best-selling jersey in the entire league this season. Imagine that. Now he wants to celebrate by taking pictures with that jersey after that first season. Who cares? That doesn't. I'm okay with him celebrating his accomplishments.
My only question, though, Kieran, is like, at what point does at what point does we all have our own personality outside of playing ball? We got our own personality.
Right.
Kieran, there would be a point if you were doing a photo shoot. There might come a point if someone's like, all right, Kieran, I want you to do a photo shoot with 50 pictures of yourself behind you.
Why you don't ask me this
That
question?
sounds like a great
Why you
idea.
don't ask me this
Wide lens.
Why can I get this question?
It is an ultra wide
Fine,
angle.
Shady.
Give me this question though.
Imagine somebody's like 825. We want you to do a photo shoot with 25 25s behind you.
That's
and
hard.
just like
I would love that.
Shady.
I did this thing with Sports Illustrated. I was in on the cover
It's getting
and
crazy early.
they wanted me to have it was like some Eagle team stuff. I said, whoa. I had a great year this year, right? So it's about me. I said, if I can't put my offensive lineman in there, then nobody's gonna else be in there. It's gonna be all about me. My thing is, this dude is a brand.
Yeah.
Right? He didn't even play much, he didn't really, he didn't have a great year, but he has a good enough year where now he's talked about even more. He's been through a lot, man. He's been through a lot. They dragged his name through the mud, through the draft, and he even ended up in Cleveland, and then somehow, some way, they got a good spark, this year. This is my problem with this thing, though, bro. We keep talking about all these we stuff. A lot of these quarterbacks are me guys. Should we talk about them?
Talk about it.
You know what I mean? Because I look at guys like
Who you look at?
shoot,
You got evidence.
Brett Favre.
Okay.
One of the greatest of all time. He a me guy.
And a thief.
He's such a me guy. He told us, I ain't helping out the backup. Y'all drafted him.
And not
for
only
your
that,
team.
and he stole from poor people. He's such a
He
me
did.
guy.
He did.
I ain't
He
doing
a
that.
super me guy.
Super me guy.
That's true.
No.
let's
Let's
pile
talk
on him,
about
Shady.
it,
Let's
Shady.
talk
We
about
want to
it.
talk about it,
We wanna
Shady.
talk
Let's talk
about
about
it.
it. Mister, I keep it real. I
Anti-philanthropy.
keep it 1,000 in the speakeasy.
Allegedly.
Keep it 1,000.
Sir.
Because Brett Favre kept 1,000 from them poor people he was stealing from.
He did.
Non-athletes.
Allegedly.
We just talk about sports right now.
Oh, okay. My bad. My
God
fault.
damn, they want to.
My fault. My bad.
Social justice Trey over there. He gonna get on you, man.
Imagine just putting your football helmet on that you never put on. Just imagine that.
Okay. All right.
Cool. But look, Brett Favre.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh my God damn, he's one of the me.
Hey, we gotta choose some different
Yeah, we gotta do
guys.
some different. Yeah, like we
I'm just
choosing
saying.
some like
Some terrible people.
Come
Yeah,
on, bro.
but so it comes to point me like, it's a team thing.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts. I love Jalen. He a team guy, but
Team guy.
he got some moments where it's some me.
True.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You'd earn that.
But I guess, Shady, here's the problem is, think of how hard it is for any of us to come up with quarterback examples. Receiver examples, we could do it like that.
John Elway,
We could do it
Caleb
like
Williams.
that.
Caleb Williams.
But to me, like,
is John Elway not a me guy?
there's, in my mind, we just haven't seen, and I don't know if we would see Josh Allen. Josh Allen has earned the right.
What about
He's
Baker
earned the right to
Mayfield?
do it.
That's a me guy.
Baker hasn't even earned the right, but Baker is somewhat.
Me guy.
But I don't think at this stage, because Baker's more mature, because remember, we clowned the hell out of Baker at a young age. I don't know if Josh would do this. I don't know if Pat would do this. I don't know if Lamar would do this. I don't know if Joe would do this. And if you are supposed to aspire to be like the greats, don't you need to move, act like the greats?
What don't they do, though? Because Burrow got some guys stuff in him, too, now.
Mm-hmm. He's swaggy.
He's swaggy, but it's like when you talk about quarterbacks, they're supposed to be, okay, we get all the attention, but we're going to pass it to somebody else. From Joe Burrow, he don't do nothing wrong, but shit, he is a me guy. He come in and go swaggy. He going to make the attention about him. He's going to have his own cigar. He's going to be him. Mm-hmm. I think everybody's different. The way that Shedeur does his is a little different. But a lot of these quarterbacks, bro, they are me guys.
Let me jump in here.
Please do.
Why do we always want, especially with the quarterback position, to fit them into a box? I want them to be a leader. I want them to be rah-rah. I remember this even happened like back in the 2015 draft, whenever they had Marcus Mariota and Jameis Winston, right? Now, either of them, you can say whatever you want about their careers afterwards, but, Mariota's not loud enough. He doesn't do, Jameis Winston talks too much. He's a little bit too... Why do we try to fit them into a box all the time? Guys are different. I'm sorry. Shedeur Sanders, during the offseason, is not going to be doing near the same shit as an Aaron Rodgers or Josh Allen.
Guy. Whoa.
Bro, Aaron Rodgers is on a damn... Thank you. Aaron Rodgers was doing trips to ayahuasca whenever training camp was going on when he was with the Packers. Or we was with the Jets. Mm-hmm. Like, we're talking about fitting people in the box and saying that they're selfish because they just like different off-season activities.
But I think, though, the reason is, Kieran, is if you're an executive... Because I remember a coach telling me, he said, Acho, if we make I once looked at the draft book. It was weird. I'd never looked at this draft book before. But they had draft books of everybody by position, by size, by height, by weight, prototype, by speed. So you go and you look at the inside linebackers. They want them to be 6'1.5" to 6'3". You want them to be anywhere from 238 to 244. You want them to run, this was before everybody was crazy fast. You want them to run anywhere from like 4.64s to 4.69s. And I said, Coach, why don't you just judge everybody individually? Look at the tape, da-da-da. He said, Acho, if you make too many exceptions, you'll never be exceptional. And I was like, okay, because I'm kind of like you. Like, yeah, but Coach, there's London Fletchers, there's Datton Wins, there's all of these great linebackers that don't fit this pro. He's like, there are exceptions. But if you make too many exceptions, you'll never be exceptional. I think the premise here is, of course, there are exceptions for Shedeur Sanders. But at the end of the day, there is a prototype quarterback that over the years has won more than not. Younger Tom Brady, Russell Wilson, Matthew Stafford, Patrick Mahomes. If you look at who's won Super Bowls over the last 10, 50 years, of course, Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh, hey, is Aaron Rodgers in this thing?
Well, see, even A-Rod, right? A-Rod, especially young A-Rod, and you know this because we played with James, or we did a show with James. Young A-Rod is group trips every summer. Randall Cobb, Devontae Adams, Jordy Nelson, James Jones, like every summer. And it was somebody else planning the trip every year, and we're all going to go. Aaron Rodgers, most notably, and obviously you know this, David Bakhtiari and Randall Cobb and Alan Lazard, they're all doing these group trips and all these things.
I can find bad stuff too, though.
No doubt.
What you ain't going to do is manipulate the people in there. Is it 5,000, 6,000?
Almost 6,000.
To act like Aaron Rodgers is a straight hole.
No, I'm not going to do that at all.
Okay.
But
He's
I will
a me
say,
guy.
I will say he also got to that point. I ain't nobody talking about this with Shedeur. Shedeur had 28 touchdowns and 7 picks last year.
But it don't matter how good you are because we make it cool if you're good, right? Mm-hmm. Hey, he's good. Let him. It's okay. Nah, we talking about me guy or we guy. Mm-hmm. And the dudes you talking about winning championships, a lot of them that win championships, cool. But there's other guys that win championships that are me guys. Like you talked about Ben. Ben's a me guy first, okay? A-Rod.
But let's stay here for 2 more minutes. Let me stay here. Ben won a chip, I think, his second year. I think it might have been his third. A-Rod obviously won a chip his third year as a starter. We know about A-Rod, though. I would suggest 2-5, those guys became me guys after they won, especially A-Rod. I know A-Rod's career well. A-Rod became a me guy after he won. By about year 10, 11, 12, he's already won back-to-back MVPs. Oh, y'all want to draft somebody else? I'm not helping Jordan Love. I'm doing what I want. I want the players I want, me guy. Ben Roethlisberger won by his second year. Obviously, he was like, I'm not coaching Landry Jones. I ain't coaching nobody, actually, and don't even draft nobody.
But the me guys, it's in them. I don't know. I don't care what year you trying to tell me because they had success early. No. Them dudes is me guys, bro. They me guys. I know a lot of their teammates. I know these guys.
But can't you be a me guy after you win? Like, then it don't matter
or
as
you
much?
can be a me guy before you win. You try to create something that's not there. He's always been a me guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe in a rookie year he can't be a me guy, but shit, you the starter. It's crazy how. Look at all the quarterbacks though, right? Even like the me guys, we guys, that's cool. But look at like when the quarterback starts his first year to his second year. Like look at Caleb Williams though. Like he's out his shell, right? He's all open with the fingernails. He's just open with everything. you know what I'm saying? Where your first year, you be kind of like, you just watch some of these quarterbacks. I look at Josh Allen. Josh Allen from his first year to his series like night and day. Like, I have arrived. Even if I'm not a superstar yet. A lot of quarterbacks go through that. So, all I'm telling you is, like, he been like that. Don't let them fool you act like he just started to be this me guy. No.
Yeah.
Them guys, Aaron, them dudes, been me guys.
Fair. Yeah. Fair. Where we at, Kid? Oh, we got to get some super chats.
We definitely
we
have
got
to get to some
6,000 people in
super
chat.
We got Speakeasy history, too.
What?
We got a super chat from a country I don't think we've ever received one from.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Okay. Well, can you do some research on what it is so I don't look stupid when I get to it?
On what the currency is called?
Please do. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Exterminator Richie is in the building, and he starts it off in no better fashion saying God is good.
All the time.
God is great.
And all the time.
God is good.
God is great.
Amen. Listen, he says, I got my dad here from Arkansas. Poor guy is a Raiders fan. Please, all four of you give the Las Vegas Raiders I will have him subscribe. Trey, please read Jeremiah 29:11. Taylor, you slacking in the back. You're supposed to have that pulled up. I'll get back to Jeremiah 29:11.
You don't know Jeremiah 29:11? Trey.
I don't.
Hey,
Bruh.
Kieran.
That's embarrassing.
You've been in the book.
Jeremiah
Get your
29:11.
light-skinned brother in the book.
Jeremiah 29:11. You know what off the top of your head?
Yes.
Okay, what is it?
does.
No, don't start
Hold on.
quizzing your light-skinned brother.
No.
Everybody
If
does.
we gonna put
Hold on.
No.
If you started,
No, see, if you do, if
Yeah.
it was a fit, Shady would be drunk off his ass in the
on.
speakeasy.
Why the hell you keep breaking stuff in the speakeasy,
listen,
bro?
bro,
hold up.
I need a raise.
Ain't this before I know the plans,
Damn, I messed it up.
Taylor? Yeah, before I know the plans.
Trey, I signed my shit.
God.
You signed it?
You breaking stuff, bro.
That stuff is breaking.
You breaking stuff.
No.
We got 6,000
Stuff is
people in the chat and you acting up in front of guests.
I signed that thing.
In front of
You
guests.
signed it?
I'm actually ashamed of myself right now. I do know this first.
You know this verse.
Yeah, no.
Everybody should know this verse,
Yeah.
except for
You
this
signed, right?
light-skinned heathen.
Signed? Oh, yeah, I'm
Chime
signed.
in.
Yeah, I'm it. Come on now.
Is he? It
I'm the only-
Turn it up. Come on now.
Turn it up. Turn
So
it
I
up.
guess-
Come
I
on
guess-
now.
Signed up.
Not that broke boy over there. Sorry, my fault. Yeah, go
I
ahead.
guess we don't want these super chats read. I just keep the show moving, fellas.
You know what I'm saying?
Bring the super chat.
Call me Trey Pickens, brother. So let's keep the show moving.
Hold now.
I'm just kidding. I'm a good sport. Frito, even though I never played him. Frito soccer, heck yeah. F Messi, even with FIFA on
never
Argentina's
played,
side. Spain show who's the top dog in the world. Viva Mexico, cabrones.
Cabrona.
Like
he
the
go cabrones.
Speakeasy, guys. Much
No
love.
mama's way.
Javante Crawford said, my guys, missed y'all yesterday. CFB is around the corner. Do y'all have a favorite moment against a rival, whether playing or watching for the guys who didn't play? Yikes.
What's that again?
Favorite moment against
do
the
y'all have a
college
favorite
rival.
moment against a rival? Do we have a favorite moment that we got to see our team against a rival? Because we didn't.
Man, for the sake of time, Kieran, you just go. You the college football fanatic. Favorite moment.
Favorite moment against a rival? Probably
Or somebody-
beating A&M 2 years ago. They're having, or even the past
Yeah, they
2
were
years
having
though,
a season.
having the greatest season, 10 years of shit talk, still just lose, can't win anything. Yeah,
That's what we waited to hear.
A&M
good.
in Texas is like.
A&M Texas, it was beef in Texas.
It's beef. It's
My
beef
favorite
in
moment
Texas.
was Fernando Mendoza diving into the end zone like that
Who's y'all's rival?
and getting. Doesn't matter. They were our opponent. We saw
Man,
them. We
y'all
destroyed them.
don't have no
Thank
damn
you.
rivals.
Oh, no, that was a good one though, cuz I like that one.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Bro, Acho, what is
at that.
happening
Yeah,
right now,
look-
bro?
Some African
Thank
stuff
you,
in
bro.
there.
free
Some
time,
African
bro.
stuff going on
All
there.
right, we back.
Come on.
Speakeasy back. Keeping it moving. Victor Mo Jr. is in the building. He said, yo, what's good, family? Just showing love to the best sports show out right now. Congrats, Trey, on the new edition. The Pay Trey petition is coming soon. I appreciate you, Victor Mo. J-Dog. I didn't even say my tagline.
Nah, we booing you for pay trade now too. Sorry, buddy.
That's crazy.
Nah, I'm with
Yeah,
that though.
yeah.
I'm
Okay,
with that.
thank you, Shady.
You with the
Yo,
tomatoes?
low key, I think, you know what? I think Acho, and I ain't in his pocket, but
Okay.
Acho should do this.
What should he do?
Take some money from some guys in the back. Take some money from
From
Hell yeah! I like where this is headed, Shady.
No, take some money from
take
Carebear.
some
Trim
money
some
from
fat
Shady.
off of his
Take some money from
contract.
Shady.
Pay you.
Yeah, okay. I like that. I like that
Yeah.
idea.
Hey, Trey.
He needs all the fat trimming he can get anyway.
Yeah, hey, that might be true. That might be true. If it's me or the baby, I'm sorry.
That is sick. You are a sick
Yeah, that's
individual.
bad. That's bad. I'm joking. Please.
Jay, yeah, my wife gonna be here this week.
Yeah, I'm
you got to
please,
see her.
Danielle. No,
about
it's a
that.
joke. It's a
Army
joke.
Combat Trey. Listen, J Dog, Dumb Nice said, "What's good, y'all? Ryan Clark gonna be straight. The man had Barack Obama on the show. What are we talking about? And to Rex Ryan need to chill on Shedeur. Like, bro, you're old as shit. And his young players' comments doing tricks on it. Get the out of here.
That's right. I like him.
Daniel Santa Fisher. Yeah, facts. Hey, Speakeasy from Romania. I've been a huge fan. Okay, so
what's the 100 Romanian lay?
Romania got
100.
Romania got him too. Yep. They got him over there.
Appreciate it. They got him.
Oh, Romania. Oh, man.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Shady having flashbacks. I've been a huge fan of this show ever since the days of the other show. Proud owner of a 2-5 jersey, and this year I'll be watching my very first Eagles game live in London. Go Birds.
Yeah,
let's keep it pushing.
Where we at? We got to keep the show pushing. It's time we talk about the next episode. Brandon Aiyuk drama. Brandon Aiyuk took to his Instagram once again. He said, Coach want me to come back so I can draw all the coverage and make it easy for the guys that remind him of himself back in the day. If you didn't know, Kyle Shanahan was a scout team wide receiver for my Texas Longhorns back in the day. He also went on to say, people have career years when 11 is on the O. Everybody eat, no kizzy. I hold an NFL record for making plays with the least amount of opportunities. I'm looking for my op because I'm going to capitalize and win a bowl. I'm going to say this like a NorCal dude. I'm not going to fumble it anyway. I'm done playing the backseat to folks who not like that. Hashtag true story. Hashtag free Uke.
Yeah, free Uke.
Adam Schefter also chimed in talking about what teams are saying about Brandon Aiyuk.
We do know one wide receiver who will not be in San Francisco, and that's Brandon Aiyuk. However, he still remains on the reserve left squad
Let him
list.
go.
And it is up to Brandon Aiyuk to force his way off that list. While he remains on there, he doesn't count against the 49ers roster. He doesn't count against their salary cap. He's essentially giving them a hall pass. But once he applies for reinstatement to the NFL, then you would figure he would be reinstated, the 49ers would release him, and he would become a free agent. But there are a couple of teams that have wondered out loud in recent weeks whether or not they think he wants to play. And that...
Questions about whether he wants to play. Do you guys believe, though, that this is the end of Brandon Aiyuk's career?
Oh, we go
to the end of the road. I'm not part of this group.
Still I can't let go. It's unnatural. You belong to me. I belong to you.
One of y'all don't know the words. One of y'all don't know the words over there.
It's the end of the road for Brandon Aiyuk. At some point, humility has to slap you in the face. At some point, you just got to run into a brick wall of humility. Brandon Aiyuk, you're out here talking about you create plays for everybody else, and you're tired of playing a backseat to people that are not as good as you. George Kittle, McCaffrey, Deebo back in the gap. These are all first-team All-Pros. BA, you had an incredible year of a second-team All-Pro. You're an incredible player. But put an address on it because it's getting lost in the mail. Who is not as good as you that you're playing a backseat to? Don't fix your lips to say McCaffrey. Don't utter a sentence to say George Kittle. And it sure as hell wasn't 1,400-yard season, Deebo Samuel. So who was it? You weren't playing a backseat to Jawan Jennings. Who was it? You weren't playing a backseat to Kendrick Bourne. Who was it? So I just think at some point in time, Brandon Aiyuk has to run into the wall of humility, and he still hasn't yet. He done called out Jaden Daniels' mama, Shady. He called out Jaden Daniels' mama. You can't do certain things. I think he's done. End of the road.
Yeah, listen, all that singing was good. And you guys should go out there and make a song together, though. Because y'all tripping. That brother going to be back in the NFL. One thing about the NFL, if you can play, you can go. We're going to find a way and find an excuse for you to play. First of all, now I don't really love, taking shots at teammates. I don't really like that because when you in the brotherhood of playing in the NFL, we go to war with each other. So I ain't like that. But he was taking a shot at McCaffrey. But to defend him, because you can't talk about McCaffrey, that sounds crazy. He's the best player on the team. But Brandon Aiyuk's nice too, though.
He is.
And if you really look at that last game against the Super Bowl, where they needed him, the biggest players to play best. He was the best player on the field, for real.
True.
When no one else could get open, when McCaffrey couldn't get off, when Kittle couldn't do his thing, it was really him. He's the one that was beating man coverage when everybody else was getting jammed up and covered. It's funny. I had a scout, and I can't say his name because I don't do that. But a couple scouts actually, that worked with the Niners before, no names included, and we were talking about Brandon Aiyuk. and they say, yo, I understand what he's saying. Because name for name, yeah, he's probably the fourth guy over there, the third guy name-wise. But when you turn on the tape recently, at his best and their best, Brady Aiyuk can hold his own with all them dudes over there as 49ers. That's the truth. And on the second part is, you telling me he can't go to a team in the NFL and start and help them out at his best? If he dancing or not. If he's tweeting or not. Brady Aiyuk is that good. And he is my favorite football player moving right now. No kizzy.
You don't mean I hate you so much, Shady.
No kizzy.
You don't mean that, Shady.
I do. I do.
You would not want to play with Brandon Aiyuk because you'd go for 2,200 all-purpose, and Brandon Aiyuk would be like, I made that happen. I'm tired of playing a backseat to Shady McCoy. I made that happen. Because that's what he sounds like. Christian McCaffrey went for 2,000 yards last year. Brandon Aiyuk didn't even play, by the way. Christian McCaffrey had an all-pro caliber season while he's been in San Fran. He's had an all-pro career while he's been in San Fran.
Can I argue for him, though?
Please.
Because, I mean, before I argue for him, you can't say anything wrong about McCaffrey because McCaffrey is that amazing. Good. But on the other side of things, like, yo, y'all look at him like he's so great. But the truth is, yeah, he is great. I'm just as good. There's nothing wrong with having that type of confidence. And not only having that confidence, actually going on the field and doing it. And I watch him have a great year. We're like, damn, this offense kind of needs to give Brady Aiyuk more chances. So when you look at Chris McCaffrey as being so great, Brady Aiyuk, I'm like, yo, if I got them same opportunities or them same plays or the offense was tailored more to me, I would do the same thing. There's a lot of players that think like that. There's a lot of players that say, you know what? Yeah, man, I play with a super great player. But damn, the offense was catered to him. If I had the opportunity, I would be this, I would be that. It happens all the time.
You have, of all people on television, you probably have the highest barometer of talent, meaning like you're not easily impressed. Nobody easily impresses you. You're like, Shady, this dude had 38 touchdowns this year. Like Acho was 1 year. Shady, this dude had 170 tackles. Acho, it was 1 year. Brandon Aiyuk has had just one really good season. He's had 2 good to really good seasons. He's had 2,000-yard season, Shady. He's had 1 second-team All-Pro season. It's not like he's a second-year player, third-year player, fourth-year player. I think he's going on year 5. So, Shady, if anything, you typically aren't impressed by this.
But
like 1,300-yard season?
But I watch tape for one. For two is I do know how football is because I did play. And I did know how players can get off and some can't. And I do think that when they use him as the main guy in the pass game and the offense, he goes off. Them other years, he wasn't looked at as the main guy. They were still trying to find Deebo, doing him different plays for him to get him off or trying to get Kittle. When they finally got Brandon Aiyuk in the offense and say, you know what, we're going to prioritize giving him the rock, what he did, he balled out. He balled out. And if you really watch his tape, the brother can play. You know what I'm saying? So I think sometimes like we get confused on like, because like, even the other day, I had to check somebody like, yo, yeah, Antonio Brown got a lot going on. But when you start talking about football, Antonio dude's better than Antonio Brown. I don't care what he got going on off the field. And I think Brandon Aiyuk is in that category now where, listen, yeah, he got a lot of stuff going on off the field, but on the field, when he's used a certain way, bruh's nice. You can't take that away from him.
Let me ask you this. You love your family. I've met your mom. I met your dad.
He's my favorite player, too. Love him, too, now.
You love your people. If Brandon Aiyuk said, and I want to remind the audience, because Brandon Aiyuk has continued to iterate, he's going to the Washington Commanders. Him and Jaden Daniels, they played together in college at Arizona State before Jaden Daniels went to LSU. So for y'all, they're like, wait, what the hell's the backdrop? Him and Jaden Daniels used to play together in college. Jaden Daniels' mom is very notably in his life. Some say she's too much integrated in his life, very notably in his life. Shady, if Brandon Aiyuk said this about your mom, would you want to be his teammate? Kieran, let the clip run.
Fire gonna text me talking about something. You on my team now. You follow my rules.
Let us do it.
Boy, I'm a grown ass man, boy. You gonna have to start running behind your mama and I might believe what you talking about. But until then,
Commanders, baby. Let's go, Commanders.
Like, it has been told to us, breaking news in the Speakeasy, Brandon Aiyuk will not be a part of the Commanders. Like, TJ Houshmandzadeh all but put his name, address, his reputation on the line and said, Brandon Aiyuk will not be joining the Commanders. If BA said this about your mom, your dad, your loved ones, whatever the case is, at this point, you're like, all right, he's too unhinged. Somebody else can play with him, but I personally don't want to do talking about my mama.
So, I mean, I met his mom, great mom. I met Jaden, great young dude. But I guarantee you this much. if he's hanging out with his friends and all that, he can understand what he's saying. He ain't saying nothing bad, but I say you run behind her. I mean, and you can take it how you want it. But I mean, you don't really see a lot of quarterbacks' moms is with him everywhere. I've been in a lot of clubs with him. She's there too. So
True.
I don't know if it's good or bad. It's not my place to say, but y'all can't act like him saying that's like so far fetched. Like I hate when everybody's thinking the same thing and somebody finally say it, y'all look at him like he's crazy. So I'm not saying he's right or wrong for what he's saying. But I am saying is like his mom's always there.
Shady, why you looking at Trey? Why you looking at Shady crazy, bruh?
What am I saying wrong? Because what?
I know I didn't just hear you say his mom be at the club with him.
I'm saying she be everywhere with him. She be
at the club with him.
Not clubs, but like
she be a party. She be a carpet.
It'd be 11:30. She be at like a function.
That's his mom.
Like
that's
function. Yeah.
And I don't mind it because that's your son. Now everybody want to jump on his bandwagon because who he is. You raised him. You know how
He
these
came out
how these women
ovaries?
get and all that. I get that. But what I'm saying is,
Technically, yeah.
what Brandon you said ain't like far fetched, nothing like that.
Fair.
And they played together. People in college, they played together in collge. Yeah. So everybody would think, look, man, hey, man, y'all squash this little silly stuff.
Fair.
Let my boy come over there to the Commanders. No kizzy.
Hey, we got 7,000 people in the chat right now.
7,000?
Can we clap it up? Can we clap it up?
Absolutely.
Can we clap it up?
But not too much because it's
7,000 of
hot.
y'all. Hey, if y'all are just tapped in, maybe you hate watching, maybe it's love. Speakeasy regulars, show some love to the newbies in the chat. Hey, hit that subscribe button, people. We live off the subscribe button. We don't ask y'all for much of anything. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button, be notified when we go live. We are here 5 nights a week, 2 hours a night. Make you laugh, make you smile, make you think. We will be here all football season. If your first time watching Speakeasy, consider us your family. Quite literally, we are in studio, not doing shows from Zooms, not doing shows from hotel rooms, not doing shows where we're not really paying attention to y'all. We're making a show quite literally customized for you all. It's unhinged sometimes. We don't have to abide by these standard television regulations. We keep it real with y'all. We gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Let's get 3 super chats before we have to move on to the next topic. Sir!
Let's keep it moving. G. Quavo said, let's talk about Shedeur having his football camp last week. Let's talk about Shedeur and the team being out this week, getting in work. Even the freaky man was there. Let's stop pointing out the pointless. It's off season. Cut it out. Afro Thunder says, Shady, why are you co-signing this BS from Aiyuk? He's unhinged. Nobody in their right mind will want him as a teammate with how he is acting.
Bro, he plays in the National Football League. There's dudes that did way worse things than him that play. I mean, a lot of money. Way worse.
That's fair.
Way worse.
JN8052 said ESPN is paying McAfee $60 million, Aikman $25 million, and Joe Buck $25 million. That's diabolical. Let's be real. This trio is mid at best, and a rumor is ESPN chose Schrager over Clark. It's a dirty game.
It is a dirty game, bro.
It's a dirty game, man.
It's a dirty game we play. Listen, one more. We got to keep
Joe
this.
Buck is mid thing too. I'm not gonna lie.
You said
He ruined my Rangers ALCS run in 2011 with his piss poor commentary.
You good?
Go to the next super chat, man.
Okay. Last one. We got to keep the show moving. Liz J1804 said 25. Tell us some behind the scenes info of when Mike did the fake to you and bomb to D-Jack on the first play against Washington. How was that? Tell us something we don't know.
Yeah, man, we always typically beat on the Redskins at the time. Now it's the Commanders. But true story, though. So the first play was going to me.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a play to me. And then when we had like the warm-ups, the Sean dude got into a fight. It was a safety. Landry. They got into a fight. They was arguing this and that, say a lot of words, right? And our coordinator was like real fiery type of dude. Pissed him off. His name was Marty Morningwig.
Okay.
And he pissed him off. We go back so you had the warm-ups. Then you go back in to the locker room. And you come back out. They changed the place. Hey, he said, he had a lot of dip in his mouth. He said, fellas, we're going to bomb his ass. Oh, and that's what we did, bro. First play.
Okay. Let's check it out.
This might be the furthest football I've ever seen thrown, bro.
Mike got a cannon, though, bro.
Bro.
That's disgusting, bro.
Every time.
Ron Landry, too.
On the opposite 30, though, Acho.
Bro.
From the 10 to opposite 30.
That's disgusting.
You know the movies that every time it's on, you just watch it?
Yeah.
This is a clip that every time I see it on my timeline,
my eyes are glued.
Yeah, bro, they
I'm watching it.
The dog shit.
What, Kieran, is this 2012?
This is 20, yeah, I think so, 2012.
Yo, and Manad just went over there to
Washington, yeah.
To the Commanders.
Here's the worst part. I think, if this is 2012, I think we're in Cleveland. and we got to play Philly. Is this 2012? We got to play Philly the next week, if I'm not mistaken.
This is 2011.
No, 2010. This is
Okay,
actually
10.
2010.
Bet. I just remember we opened up with Philly, and we must have shown this on the highlights in preparation for this game. Of like,
remember?
hey, this is what they're capable of. I remember seeing this being like, only God can stop that. Like only God.
Me and my workouts in Kmart parking lot with the pigeons flying around ain't enough.
It's not
We
enough.
need God to descend from
LeBron
the heavens
Landry was
himself.
also on every steroid known to mankind.
Yo,
And could not keep
he
up.
broke my ribs. I was like, yo, he a strong dude, bro. He a strong dude.
Kieran,
That's
keep it
crazy.
pushing, G.
That's
Look,
all
we
I
got
got.
to keep the show pushing. We're going to keep it on the 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk and George Kittle both publicly saying, I have a guest house with your name on it to Deebo Samuel. And George Kittle saying, I also have a guest house labeled Deebo's second home, trying to get maybe Deebo Samuel back to San Francisco to help out the 49ers this upcoming season. Do you guys think the 49ers should be looking to, rekindle something here with Deebo Samuel?
This take finna hurt Shady's heart. But no, for several reasons. I would argue relentlessly, Kieran, you would feel bad for me. I argued relentlessly with Shady and James Jones last year saying like, bruh, Deebo's not finna go ball. Acho, he finna be an all-pro in Washington. Watch. Bruh, Deebo is not going to ball. And unfortunately, he went to Washington, and Deebo did not ball. Deebo he's had one phenomenal freakazoid this year. And Deebo is, at his best, he's an animal. There's few players that are like him in the history of football as far as the versatility, the power, the ability, the toughness and tackling. Here's the dilemma. When you construct a roster, Deebo would now be the third receiver in San Fran, probably the third. That third receiver has to play special teams. You want to know who's not playing special teams nor should? Deebo Samuel. You want to know who's not going to be an R5 on kickoff, an L4 on kickoff? You want to know who's not going to be a gunner on punt? You want to know who's not going to be a wing on punt? Deebo Samuel. We ran into this issue in Philadelphia the year Shady left. We bring in Miles Austin. We trade Shady for Kiko Alonso, which means randomly Michael Kendricks, the third highest paid linebacker in the league. He's got to go to the bench. So now we got Miles Austin. Problem, Miles Austin is our third wide receiver. Behind, it might be Jeremy Maclin and Riley Cooper. Miles Austin. So now you got Miles on punt team. The hell? Pro Bowl, I used to date Kim K. Miles Austin. He on punt team. Now you got Michael Kendricks on kickoff, most notably the most expensive R5 in the history of the NFL. When you start to acquire veteran, talented, but older players, but they're no longer the number one or number two at their position, just based on roster, they have to now play teams. Now your roster's all types of out of whack and imbalance. And I'm also not going to stunt the growth of first-round pick, third-year player Ricky Pearsall for Deebo Samuel. Is Deebo talented? Duh. But he's had probably more 700-yard seasons than he's had 1,000-yard seasons. So at what cost? At what cost?
Yeah, my question to you is, so wait, and why Ricky can't play special teams? Why he can't play special teams?
First-round pick. Young first-round pick.
What's he done to be like, you can't
Give him
play?
a chance.
What?
You got to give him a chance.
Man, he need to get his ass out there and do special teams. He ain't like that at all, to be acting like that. You should be happy you might not start. You better, boy. Put your helmet on.
Shady.
I'll say that. Another thing is like, I don't see why not. One thing I did see missing from the 49ers when Deebo left, I didn't see that big spark. I didn't see it. There's sometimes in that game where the offense has some standoffs and they don't need that spark. Normally he brings that spark. On defense, they never get them sparks. They didn't have a lot of that this year due to injuries. Deebo will bring that spark. Watching tape and dissecting players is one thing. I had the chance to go to the Niners home game, and I was in there with the owner, one of my best friends, Frank Gore. We up in there, whatever. And I watched the game, and the impact that Deebo brought to that team, the energy, the stadium, it's not going to show on tape. It's not going to show on the game. It's not going to show that. And I give it the equivalence to somebody like Draymond Green for the Warriors. On the stat sheet, ain't going to show you all that. Mm-hmm. But when you need that spark, you need that energy, you need that voice, he brings that to the team. And I didn't see a lot of that for the Niners when he left. That's one thing I can say.
I'll give you that. If you wanted to say like nobody in San Fran has the same enforcer that Deebo had, I'll give you that. But here's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to pay a glorified mascot top tier money.
I call him a glorified mascot.
And I'm not going
That's just
wow.
And we talking about Deebo. That's crazy, homie. That's unacceptable, bro. That's unacceptable.
Shady, he had
Take up the screen, bro. That's unacceptable.
He had 720.
He called him a mascot,
A glorified
dude.
mascot
Here's
is
why.
crazy.
If you're a hype man, I'm not paying you to be a hype man. I'm paying you to get 1,400 yards. Deebo had 700 last year, had 670 the year before. The year before, he had 890. At the end of the day, Deebo has had 1,000-yard receiving season. One. Just one. Just one. And y'all telling me that we should go, let's make Ricky Pearsall, who we drafted in the first round, let's just send him to the number 3 wide receiver position. No, I don't want to do that. Can Deebo ball? Yeah. Duh. We know Deebo can ball. But Kieran, 1,400 yards, 1,400 yards, 600 yards, 890 yards, 600 yards, 700 yards. What direction is he going in? Y'all tell me.
I can see how you would think that. Also, Shady, have you ever heard of L5, the position that he was talking about on special teams?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, no, I don't know. That was an Acho special. He was talking about.
Y'all, if you play in high school, you know what that is.
Never special teams player, even in middle school, man.
Yeah. L1, R1. Outside. R2, L2. The closer you get to the kicker. Left side is just L.
Oh, this is kickoff.
R is on
What's
kickoff.
The point running down on kickoff.
Punt is the up man, and then you got.
Anyway.
Go ahead.
He goes on a 30-minute tangent about freaking special teams.
Sorry.
Look.
So I know.
I think Deebo Samuel actually reuniting with the 49ers could be a great thing.
I do too.
You have the most innovative play caller, in my opinion, in the entire league who can utilize Deebo Samuel's skill set to the best of his ability.
Yep.
And if he is going to be, obviously he's not going to be in the same role. It's going to depend on how much you have to pay him and whatnot. But I think Kyle Shanahan's looking at Deebo Samuel and he's not thinking, oh, this dude's washed, I don't want him anymore. No, he's looking at Deebo Samuel saying, oh my gosh. With him, Christian McCaffrey, with Mike Evans now, with this Ricky Pearsall kid, if he could stay healthy, we could actually be a crazy offense this year, or maybe one of the top offenses in the entire league if we can get him going. With my offensive line back healthy, I think Kyle Shanahan's viewing it like that. I don't think it's a he's washed, he's done, he can't contribute at all anymore. I think Deebo Samuel still has some football left in him. Do I think he's going to have another 1,000-yard receiving season? No, but I don't think you're going to pay him like you have to pay a 1,000-yard receiver.
But Kieran, this is where, and obviously get the jokes off on social media. This is what y'all do. This is what the hell social media is for. Kieran, get your jokes off. This is what he does. He's a comedian. This is what y'all are supposed to do. But this is where, unfortunately, what I'm about to tell y'all, the 7,500 of y'all in the chat, this is where the nuances of football that you won't hear anywhere else and nobody else talks about. These are the nuances. It's not a matter of can a guy still play. It's a matter of roster construction. My third tight end plays special teams. My 3rd through 6th linebackers play special teams. My 3rd through 5th receiver play special teams. I got a backup tackle that's a swing tackle, can play right and left side. I got a backup guard that's a swing guard, can play left and right side. That backup tackle, that backup guard, they're on field goal block. Like, this is where people are just like, oh, just add him to the team. I want to put him on squad. You can't put him on squad. Here, I'm going to educate y'all real quick, and then let's get the hell up out of here to the next topic. Niners projected depth chart. Christian Kirk. He's a number 3 wide receiver right now. Then you got Deshaun Stribling. I believe he's drafted this year.
Yeah.
He's playing teams. You got Jordan Watkins, 4th round pick. He's playing teams. The way rosters have to work, and I saw it in Philadelphia, and truly take my word for it. The year before we get Miles Austin, we have the number 1 special teams unit in football. We go get Miles Austin. We go get Kiko Alonso for Shady McCoy, dumbest trade in Philadelphia Eagles history. We end up with the 27th best special teams unit in football. Now, for Madden, that's irrelevant. If y'all playing a game, that's irrelevant. But for real life, when field position hinges on those teams, in real life, when punt returns are going for touchdowns because of those teams, you can't go get Deebo Samuel, because to get Deebo, Kieran, now are you going to put George Kittle on kickoff? Are you going to put Christian McCaffrey on punt? Because at the end of the day, somebody has to play those positions. And here's what happened. And I'm glad I'll be watching the game of football. I challenge y'all, when we're done with the show, go back and watch. The Chiefs had a near punt return for a touchdown against the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl that the Chiefs won. People are like, how the hell did that happen? Look who missed the first tackle for the Philadelphia Eagles. You'll be shocked. It's a starting linebacker. Why the hell is a starting linebacker running down on punt? That's what happens. You play a long series, then you got to go run down on punt. You're gassed. That's the kind of crap that nobody pays attention to that. You shouldn't have to pay attention to that. Y'all just want to see Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts. But I challenge y'all, really watch a game of football. Go down and watch when the Philadelphia Eagles had a punt return. It was Kadarius Toney. Takes that joint like all the way down to the 3. In large part of the Eagles ended up losing that Super Bowl. It's the small things. It's the nuances. So we don't have to care about nuance. But in the event we do, that's why you can't acquire Deebo Samuel.
That was astute special teams analysis from the
that was
former
crazy.
All-Pro
That was wild.
on special teams. Yes. I think we don't think of the rosters in that way because we're not thinking of the Emmanuel Achos of the world. Am I right? Come on, guys. What are we doing? Put your feet away, dude. We have to keep the show pushing. We appreciate that that analysis. That was good though. I don't want to see Deebo Samuel run down on kick. That's going to be annoying. Moving forward, there is a tweet that was put out that pissed me off. Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen compared Super Bowl wins. Jalen Hurts has 1. Josh Allen has none. Super Bowl MVPs. Jalen Hurts has 1. Josh Allen has none. NFC championships 2-0. Conference titles 2-0. Super Bowl appearances 2-0. Career high in rushing TDs 78-72. Career completion percentage. Jalen Hurts higher than Josh Allen 64.4. And career interceptions. Jalen Hurts has less than half of the amount Josh Allen has. Fellas, the question asked in this tweet, I'm going to ask to you guys. Do you guys believe Jalen Hurts is better than Josh Allen, given all of these team accomplishments listed?
Go ahead, Tufa.
I hate this. It's like we got to find a way to talk about Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts. Why? You know what? A wise man told me this, Drew Rosenhaus. He's an agent, one of the best agents of all time. He said, Shady, I was trying to get more money from the Eagles, and at the time, the number 1 running back was Adrian Peterson. He said, we're going to jump him, money-wise. I'm like, we are? Like, how we going to do that? Because I know how great he is, and I love myself, but AP he's one of my top 5s of all time. And he said, you can always make a stat to look like something that's not. So I don't even want to compare this stat because comparing him to Josh Allen, that's not even realistic. You know what I mean? I don't think we need to do that. I do think that Jalen Hurts is a really, really good quarterback. He's a winning quarterback. He's with the things he does in Philadelphia. The Eagles would not be the same team if he was not there. I know that for a fact. I just don't think we need to prove that by comparing his stats with Josh Allen. Like, and this diagram is basically trying to sell that. You know what I mean? I can't stand it.
You know me as the stat person, Shady. I love me some stats, but I like stats whenever they're viewed in their entirety, not whenever they're limited to what we're seeing right now. What you're seeing right now, Super Bowl wins. Is a Super Bowl win a team accomplishment or an individual one?
Team.
It's a team accomplishment. I'm happy you admitted that, Acho. That's amazing. Super Bowl MVP. To make it to a Super Bowl, do you have to have a good team?
MVP matters, though.
Yeah, MVP does matter. Sure.
Yeah.
NFC championship wins. Does Josh Allen play in the fucking NFC? You see, like this was clearly made with an incredible bias. It just doesn't make sense to me at all. So to me, it's
crazy.
It's clearly someone joking. But look, this is why it's hard to rate Jalen Hurts based off of what he's done so far, based off of what his body of work looks like, because statistically, it looks amazing. It looks incredible. But when you watch football with your eyes, you're watching a trailer instead of a truck. And that's been my biggest problem with Jalen Hurts. It's not that he's bad. He's incredible. He reminds me of this era's Troy Aikman. Will he have 3 Super Bowl rings to show for it? Who knows? But he's this era's Troy Aikman, where it's, hey, there's clearly better guys around you on the field. It doesn't make you any less great. You're still good. But I just don't think he's in the same category as a Josh Allen, and I hate that we even do this comparing stuff.
It is interesting. I was at Fanatics
You
Fest.
couldn't wait to talk about it.
This week, and the question I got asked most, shout out to the fans. Fans came up to me, Shady, tell Shady we love him, da-da-da. But they would always say, Acho, why the hell you praise Josh Allen so much? Like, don't you think Josh Allen, what has he done that Jalen Hurts hasn't? And Shady, I said, here's the problem. My eyes work. I said, and the problem is, knowing what I know about the game of football, I can't look at what Josh Allen does. I gave him this example, Shady. I said 1st and 10, a running back might have a stretch to the right. It goes to 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Josh Allen might pick up 9 yards just miraculously and make it a manageable 3rd and 3. Jalen Hurts might throw the ball away. Now it goes to 3rd and 12. Jalen Hurts on 3rd and 12, check down or picks up 5 yards. That's punt. Josh Allen, he picks up that miraculous 9 yards, goes to 3rd and 3. First down, they end up getting 3 to 7 points on that drive. You, with the naked eye, don't look at that condemning Jalen. Oh, he threw it away. Shady had pressure. But when you really watch tape, you see a quarterback like Josh and his ability to make something out of nothing more often than not. And that's just what makes somebody like Josh a unique player. Like, there aren't even Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, I believe, are the only two players from a talent perspective in the same conversation. And then obviously you have Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow. So Jalen Hurts just doesn't even belong in that conversation because these work.
Yeah.
Now, is Jalen Hurts a great quarterback, a really good quarterback? Sure.
My thing is like Jalen Hurts don't have to be the greatest quarterback in the game to be a really good quarterback. You know what I'm saying? People want to make it that type of comparison because he is a name to talk about. But I will say this: Michael Parsons, he's from my hometown.
Yep.
And I would say something about Dak throwing picks. And Josh Allen had a couple games where he's throwing picks. He said, "Shady, look at this, Shady. What you gonna say about that? On the show?" And I hit him back. I said, "You are the world's lucky that God didn't put Josh Allen with the Cowboys." Mm-hmm. With that roster, oh my God.
Oh, we would have been crazy.
Right? So basically saying, like, if you put Josh with some of these teams, he don't have all that. Mm-hmm. And he still be winning. Like, bro, they got...
Hold on.
Oh, the big fella mad.
Was that a hypothetical you just used?
No.
Was that an if scenario?
Oh,
it was holy shit! Oh my goodness!
Hold up.
Oh wait,
Shady
wait
don't
a minute.
play the
Hold on. You don't do what ifs.
Yeah, that's the question I'm
Don't
tell you.
do what
Yes,
ifs.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Right. What I said, if you listen to the whole thing,
Okay,
sir,
I'm locked in.
Right? I said that Josh Allen does all that great stuff with nothing, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So if I have more help, right? Because if you add more things, it's like Michael Jordan, he was great. Then you give him a little help.
Pippen
was a championship.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, it ain't about what if he had. It's more of what he doesn't
Shady
have.
becoming a ring culture noticer right now in front of our eyes, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful to see.
The awakening is real.
Because if Josh Allen was on the Cowboys, I do think we maybe win a chip with that team.
Man,
with
you know what's going on. You know
The
what's going on.
revelation.
Exactly. But now we
will
can
be
play some what ifs
televised.
when it's Josh Allen. We can play some what ifs now. What do I say?
crazy.
What if Jalen Hurts was on the team? It's a different type of
all
what
I
if.
said was thank God that God didn't put Josh Allen on the Cowboys.
You're not wrong.
And y'all know why.
Yeah, it is crazy. Look, now, this has sparked a lot of conversations right now about quarterbacks and where they've been ranked. Bo Nix was ranked 10 spots ahead of Lamar Jackson in the NFL's top 100 list as voted on by the players. He was 59th. Lamar Jackson was 69th. This is just turning into more and more of a interesting conversations about where quarterbacks are ranked season to season. Maybe people are being a little too fickle. Maybe the players are being a little too fickle, changing their minds very quickly. I learned that in SET. Your thoughts on this, Bo Nix being ranked 10 spots ahead?
To me, Shady, this is when you just get numb to greatness. I think that's what this is. Anytime you have something great, it could be a nice whip, it could be the Maybach, it could be the Bentley, it could be whatever. It could honestly just be like flights. I think Delta Airlines is the best of the airlines. But there comes a point where you just take for granted that you finna get on that plane, it's finna leave on time, it's finna land on time, you ain't finna have too much turbulence, and then all of a sudden, it leaves a little bit late, and all of a sudden you're like, you dock it because you're irate at how it now has changed based upon the standard it's set. That to me is Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is the airline that it always leaves on time. It always lands on time. They always cater to your bags and all these things. And all of a sudden you have one bad experience and everybody becomes tired of it. That to me is what we're dealing with Lamar Jackson. Bo Nix is not better than Lamar Jackson, but Bo Nix is a new shiny object. He's a new shiny object that helped lead the Denver Broncos as far as Lamar Jackson's ever led his Baltimore Ravens team. And Bo Nix actually looked pretty good doing it. Now, if you really know the nuances of football, man, Sean Payton makes it easier for Bo Nix than anybody's ever made it for Lamar Jackson. But I think Bo Nix is a new shiny object, and I actually think we've gotten numb to Lamar Jackson's greatness.
What do you think, Shady?
This is crazy. So wait, we're saying that Bo Nix had a better year?
That's what the players said.
It's a year-by-year thing, to be fair. It is.
Okay. I mean, Bo had a solid year. I mean, the things he did, was amazing. Lamar was injured a little bit. They didn't go to playoffs, so I can see that. It is hard for me to put like Bo's name in front of Lamar. That's something I gotta get better at. You know what I mean? Even though I know it's a year thing, it's just that like Lamar is such a great player. It's like we shouldn't even be speaking about him and Bo. We like respectfully.
Yeah.
You
No,
know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying?
I agree with you. I don't think this is a who's just better career-wise ranking, but it is a year-by-year thing. It's the reason why Lamar was the second-ranked quarterback or second-ranked player in the league last year, but then coming into this year with the injuries, with them missing the playoffs, he's ranked 69th. This is not going to be a spot that he's at next year if he stays healthy and they have the season that I think a lot of people think they can have this upcoming year. But it's just hard to put pen to paper and say, yeah, Bo Nix above Lamar Jackson.
Come on, man.
But
regardless of season. I'm sorry.
I
That's
will
tough.
say this: Lamar has to be very mindful that even Baltimore. I was with so many Ravens fans this weekend, and even Ravens fans are starting to get tired of the shortcomings. Even Ravens fans are starting to run out of excuses. Like there comes a point in time where Trey, you ever been called? Has the school ever had to call you about your daughter? Said this, that happened, or that happened, or like?
I actually did get my first call in May of this year.
Can we share any details?
Oh, wow.
You allowed to? Will Malin be upset?
Malin, she gets upset anytime I talk about her. But essentially, the call was she and a girl were friends. The girl was doing some things that Malin and her other friend didn't like.
Okay.
So Malin and her friend told her about herself. The girl didn't like that. They parted ways. Then the girl gets on social media, starts badmouthing Malin and her friend. And so Malin confronts her and is like, yo, you had all this to say on social media. Say it now in the lunchroom. The girl got scared, got quiet, ran to the office, told on Malin. We had to have a conversation.
Okay, when you got called, did you believe your daughter?
Yes.
Okay. There comes a point, though, I would assume, if you started getting called 3, 4, 5 times a week, you're like, you know what? Maybe my daughter not telling me the whole story.
Yeah.
Because it just comes to a point where,
one first call, I'm with you.
Of course.
I got your back.
Of course.
Tell your pops what happened.
Say less.
Let's figure it out. 3, 4, 5, like the kind of calls that my dad was getting when I was in middle school, it got to a point where like, okay, now I got to whoop your ass.
Because even if you are on the team of your daughter, there comes a point
I was bad.
where there's just so much evidence. You're like, bruh, I love you. I'm on your side. But clearly there's overwhelming evidence.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson, Ravens fans love him. They're on his side. But the evidence is starting to mount up that he's never going to get it done in the playoffs. He just has to do it for everybody's sake. Because, like, even Ravens fans like, bro, we going into 9 years now, Lamar. Come on, bro. I done got the call 8 years straight while we done failed in the playoffs. Eventually, it's your fault. So I just hope he turns it on. We got super chats?
We do have some super chats. We got a couple super chats we can get to. We can start off with I Am Cold Dog said the first super chat since Trey's return. Congrats to you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. Second, Acho calling Deebo a mascot is crazy.
As for him, it's not cool, bro.
As for him not balling out for the Commanders, wasn't Daniels hurt for most of the season? Wouldn't that have been a factor?
Thank you.
He didn't have his QB1.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, Deebo Samuel wasn't getting busy when he had his QB1. And what about Deebo Samuel's year in San Fran when he had 692 yards before going to Washington and having 700 yards? Deebo's had more 700-yard seasons than 1,000-yard seasons. He's had more 600-yard seasons than 1,000-yard seasons. He's had as many 300-yard seasons as 1,000-yard seasons.
Yeah.
It just comes a point where it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the problem.
But technically, if you have a 1,000-yard season, you also have a 700-yard season. So you could never have
more than.
I just wanted to point that out. Dallas Phase 214 said, I guarantee you Ryan cried in the car after he got fired and was punching the steering wheel, crybaby ass. That's crazy. But hey, listen, if you want to
that's a hater right there, man.
Yeah, that's some crazy hate right there.
Why they?
JN.
Like laughing at the dude after getting fired. I guarantee he was crying after losing his job.
promise you.
I
promise you, Ryan wasn't crying.
Do you cry?
And when I lost my job, no, I didn't.
No, I said, do you cry?
Do I cry? I mean, yeah, I cry.
So what's wrong with crying?
Grown man. Nothing wrong with crying, but
wait,
laughing at
wait.
Ryan,
If you
I
were
don't think Ryan
crying,
was crying after.
yeah, I'm not laughing at you.
Wait. Are you all realizing what's going on right now? Shady is
Normalizing.
Oh, he's sympathizing with crying.
He's
What's
condoning
up with him, bro?
He's condoning
Yeah,
crying.
Shady
Okay,
changed.
I'm not gonna lie. Unc age Shady is just different,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm just saying, like, he cries.
That's what it is. He turned 38.
He turned
cries.
38.
He's
bro.
getting older.
Ain't nothing wrong
You
with
used to
crying.
not make no
Now there's
excuses
nothing
for
wrong with
Shady.
crying.
Wow.
Are we crazy?
Wow.
Shady, do you
For
say
y'all.
You
all
got on
night?
Trey's ass for crying at his wedding.
I said
Yeah,
for
that's-
y'all, for you guys. I'm not y'all. Y'all different than I am.
I don't be crying
You
like
cry,
that, bro.
he cry. I don't cry. I like to cry. I'm saying, for people that like to cry, y'all should be understanding what's going on.
Oh, okay.
Shady probably says I love you to other men now too.
Yeah, he does.
Probably
He said
changed.
it. He said it on the show. You forgot?
What?
Last month he said somebody shouted out super chat was like, "Love you, Shady." He was like, "I love you too, bro."
Yeah.
He said, "I love you
Shady
too, bro."
He's got soft in his old age.
Bro, listen.
He's
before
getting
we move
soft
on
in
to
his
the
old
chat,
age.
Softer in relationships.
I don't tell men I love them. That's weird.
We caught you in 4K.
did.
Central
Yo,
Cash,
wait,
you know
hold
what
on,
to
so
do.
wait. Real quick.
Yeah.
Like a real good friend of yours, you be like, "Love you, bro."
That's literally what I text
tells
Brian.
it-
Oh shit.
That's what I text Ryan Clark. I said, love you, bro. You're a legend.
He says it to Wes all the time.
All the time.
Love you, Wes. All right, bro. JN8052 said, "Let me find out. Speakeasy fellas trying to be commissioned, the OG gospel group."
Oh, yeah, Fred Hammond.
We did hit that.
No
we
weapon
did hit that. Yeah, we did.
formed against me.
Aiyuk
Lock the
has to
doors.
get off the Henny ASAP.
Close the
Seabass, close the doors. Close the doors. Seabass at Whole Foods is $30, and Aiyuk is just burning millions of dollars.
And it's damn good, brother.
Yeah, that's Kieran's burner. Top Shotter says, "CB, this is for you. Give me a Mavs all-time starting five, and Trey, give me an all-time Pacers starting five, 2-5, and Acho. Who wins that game? You want to go first, or you want me to go
hold
first?
on. Also, shout out Top Shotter. He asked that on the
Last-
show
last-
Thursday.
yeah.
We appreciate you coming back and asking. And we were gonna get to it later on in the
Who's
show. We
CB
appreciate
though?
that.
Carebear.
What's it called? Carebear. Carebear.
Carebear.
Carebear.
I was thinking K. Karen.
You thinking of Chris Brown? Because I look like. Mavs starting
wrong with you,
five.
bro?
Give me Luka at the point. Give me.
They ain't gonna win with him.
Yeah, I mean,
Why did he
No
take Luka
championship. No championship with that point
Steve
guard.
Nash.
Hold up.
you got a lot of.
Now, Steve, we have a lot of
Point guard.
options though.
Jason Kidd.
I'll go.
Steve
I'll take Jason
Nash,
Kidd. You
I
want
think
championship?
Tim.
Luka.
Lucas. Okay. Give me Rolando Blackman
Oh, wow.
at the two. Legend. I mean, yeah.
Over Michael.
Give me.
Michael Finley?
No. Give me Michael Finley at the three.
Okay.
Give me Michael Finley at
You
the
running
three.
out of
Give me
talent,
Dirk at
bro.
the four, and give me Tyson Chandler at the five. That's a well balanced team.
I like Jason Terry.
Jason Terry. Well, we're gonna put
Yeah,
Jason
you
Terry.
can't
Rolando Blackman
really-
greater than Jason Terry though.
Yeah, I would.
The Pacers starting five would have to be Tyrese at PG.
Okay.
We go Reggie at the two.
Paul
PG at the
George.
three.
Yeah.
We go Jo at the four.
They ain't gonna win. Ain't gonna win.
And we got to go Rick Smith at the big.
They gonna win.
They got Paul George
We had-
in there.
Name me one
It's
player.
Yo, listen, I'm learning this shit, bro. It's certain players, I don't care how great they are, if they're on the club, ain't gonna win.
No, he said they ain't going to win.
Yeah, he said Pacers ain't going to win.
Oh, the
They ain't
Pacers
gonna
ain't
win
gonna
either,
win.
though. Lucas starting
First finals to ever.
Bro.
both
Nah,
teams.
yeah,
we
win.
played that team. We watched them.
They'll get there.
You got Tyson Chandler.
Y'all
plus
have a
you got
single
Dirk.
player in
They'll
that five
get
better
there,
than Luka or
though.
Dirk.
And he win
Sorry.
MVP. Yo, I like Jason Kidd before I like Luka.
The Mavs start all time five is killing them.
Hold up, real quick.
And our bench is crazy. If
Is
you want to
Luka
add
better than
bench.
Jason Kidd, though?
Individually, absolutely.
Talent
If
wise,
you're talking about team-
talent wise, yes.
Wait, time out.
If you're talking about, like, conducive to a championship-
Slow down, dude. What does that mean, though?
Like one-on-one. It's not
If
even.
they play one-on-one, like,
Oh,
I mean, I don't
even
think we
close.
say who's better by the saying check rock one-on-one.
Yeah, no,
who
no,
gonna
no.
fill up the box score?
I'm just saying, who is a better point guard?
The Jason Kidd that won a championship with
Better point
guard,
guard,
Jason Kidd.
Jason
I'm
Kidd is
taking
the
Jason Kidd.
Point guard, Jason
point guard.
Kidd.
Jason
Yeah,
Kidd is
guard.
the point guard.
Point
I
guard,
watched him
Jason
guard
Kidd.
LeBron. I was like, this dude's guarding LeBron like
Jason
that?
Kidd, yeah.
No.
I wouldn't have put
Luka averaged 30 in the
Kidd.
playoffs, though. So I'm
But he
I'm
don't-
pretty
he don't-
confident
he don't-
in that.
different-
Different time.
I'm learning.
Of
different
course,
time.
but 30 in the
different
playoffs,
position.
nobody in any time has averaged that. Other
Keep it
than
moving,
Michael
Kieran. Keep it
Jordan.
moving.
It's
Second time.
all good. Look, we got to keep the show pushing. We got to talk about the W.
Oh, the GOAT!
Look, also, hold on. Before we start this, hold on. Wipe it. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe
Do it.
button because we have a topic that is for sure going to light the speakeasy on fire. We have a good one for you.
It's already
'Cause you know how people feel.
Stay
You know
on
how
your-
people
stay
feel
on your
up in
side,
here, okay?
too.
Look, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. We realize a lot of you guys watching, you guys aren't subscribed, so hit that subscribe button real quick. We'll go ahead and get to this
Switch
topic.
your phone
All right,
on.
we have to talk about some news out of the W. As Caitlin Clark went nuclear. 45 points, 10 assists, the first player in W history to have a 40-point, 10-assist game. And right here you see it, clutch. Buckets 2, tie game 102, ends up hitting a 3 in her face. I'm that MFer is what she said after getting that sold-out arena
that
out
what she
there
said?
at Cambridge Fieldhouse. Look at everybody going crazy. I'm that motherfucker.
She ain't say that.
Telling you.
I love her, though. She
Now
ain't say
look,
that.
this has sparked a lot of conversation about being the face of the league. Jamel Hill
Bro, don't
jumped in and said
of course
Asia
you are.
Wilson is the WNBA's true face over Caitlin Clark. We know how Trey feels about this. This was actually footage after the game.
Oh, wow.
You know, social sneeze, getting choked out.
What are we doing?
So you do get that red, to be honest with you.
I do. It's hot in here. It's 92 degrees.
Look,
Indoors.
do you guys believe Caitlin Clark should be the face of the WNBA?
It's not a should. You either are or you aren't. Caitlin Clark is the face of the W.
Come on, man.
Come on now.
It's not a should. Like,
Yeah.
Nobody can make you the face of a league. You just become the face of a league. Sure. Caitlin Clark is absolutely, unequivocally, the face of the WNBA. She is by no stretch of the imagination the best player. But uniquely to the W, Caitlin Clark has allowed there to be an insurgence of money, of popularity, of television views, of planes. She has helped escalate this league in a manner in which no other individual, I would suggest, has helped escalate a league, not to the same level. Yes, other players have come into the NFL and been better younger. Other players have come into the NBA and been better sooner, but they came into leagues that were already so saturated with talent, saturated with wealth, saturated with television deals. The WNBA was not saturated with television revenue. It was not saturated with wealth. And though it was saturated with talent, it wasn't saturated with stardom. So she came into the WNBA and became the WNBA. So she's absolutely the face of the WNBA, and anybody saying anything otherwise is either being intentionally dense or simply omitting the fact that being the face of a league and being the best player in the league are two completely separate things.
The thing that people don't understand about the Caitlin Clark being the face of the league, when you hear the question, you instantly say, "Oh no, she's not," because you think that she's not the best player in the league. Being the best player in the league and being the face of the league is two different things.
Yes, sir.
Before the Acho Wilsons and before the Caitlin Clarks, there were really, really, really great players. Like Maya Moore was a great player. I don't know if people know who that is. Phenomenal. Candace Parker is one of the best athletes I've ever seen, women or men, doesn't matter. And one of my favorites is Diana Taurasi.
Yep.
Ooh, I used to have a crush on her because she was so nice on the court. Right? I mean, I was, Anyway, what I'm saying is there was way better players than Caitlin Clark back then, but that wasn't enough to get people to watch. Now that she's arrived and she's here, all the viewerships, everything about the WNBA is now better, maybe 10 times better. Now, being the face of the league, Wilson, you know what she gonna do. MVP, champion, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And she's the best player in the league, but the most watched, the most viewed, the most popular, the face of the league. When you ask a regular casual about the WNBA, they might not know much about it. You say Caitlin Clark's name, they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, the girl that shoots like Steph Curry." They don't know who she is. So yes, she is the face of the league. Y'all keep playing with that girl. I'm telling you. She might freak around and just get bored and get out of there. And she get out of there, they are going to be in trouble.
There's only one person in here who doesn't believe that Caitlin Clark is the face of the league. I don't necessarily care to hear their opinion, but this is a show.
Do we at all have to?
None of us. We don't care.
I don't care.
But as a show of equality.
He's not even inked.
Guys, tatted lips.
Trey, defend your take.
Which part?
So you do want to hear my take. I just want to be clear.
Hey, go ahead, man.
Oh, okay.
Make good TV, dude.
This is the thing. Y'all are conflating the face of the league with the biggest attraction in the league. Caitlin Clark is undoubtedly the biggest attraction the WNBA has ever seen. Similar to Victor Wembanyama. The biggest attraction in the NBA. Victor Wembanyama is by no means the face of the NBA. So if you all want to continue to sit here and conflate the two, being face of the league with the biggest attraction in the league, I implore you all to do that. I think it's great.
Who's the face of the league for you?
And why? And why?
No,
why?
before you even ask who first, can I ask you a question?
Which league?
The WNBA. It's the league we're talking about.
I brought up two. Just wanted to clarify. Asia Wilson.
All right. So does your daughter watch basketball? Women's basketball?
She watched it with me and Danielle from time to time.
What family member doesn't watch that?
What family member?
Or maybe one of your neighbors. One of your neighbors, they probably don't watch none of that.
Yeah, they're all Asian, so yeah.
Oh, perfect. Now, they might not know anybody. But I will say this. If you ask them, hey, who do you know in the WNBA? I promise you they're going to say Caitlin Clark before they say
Asia Wilson.
Asia Wilson.
Let me push back on something, though. You mentioned Wembanyama. I think even if we were to unveil or undress your point, it would change your answer. Adam Silver has recently said he is waiting on LeBron James to make a decision so they can set the schedule.
Yep.
Like the schedule is being set around LeBron James.
That's crazy.
Because LeBron James is, in my mind, he's still the face of the
He's
NBA
definitely the
until he
face of the
retires.
Definitely. Yeah.
Like you're waiting on this. He dictates the schedule. Asia Wilson doesn't dictate the WNBA schedule. Caitlin Clark does. Because if you watched, if I'm not mistaken, Kieran, opening night WNBA games, that was featuring Caitlin Clark and Paige Beckers.
Yeah.
Opening night. Like Caitlin Clark dictates the schedule for the W, not Asia. So with that being said, to me, the face of the
That's
league
big.
is the person who dictates when games are being played. Hey, are we going to play you on Christmas? Are we going to play you on opening night? Are we going to play you after the World Cup? Are we like the face of the league is the one that they have to choose when we want your face to be shown.
The face of the league is the person that they have to sell tickets behind.
Right.
Yeah.
So the most expensive ticket you can get at an NBA game whenever you're going to your local random city is when who's in town?
LeBron
The
James.
Lakers. It's when LeBron James is in town. Before it was when the Cleveland Cavaliers were in town. Whenever you're looking at the most nationally televised games, it was probably the Miami Heat in 2012 through 2011 through 2014, right? Then after that, it was probably the Cleveland Cavaliers and Warriors for a little while. I don't think being the best. I actually think it's the polar opposite, Trey. I think you're conflating being the best with being the face. Because to me, that's not what it is. The face of golf in 1996. Do you know who that was?
I do.
You know who?
Jack.
Philly.
No, it actually wasn't.
Nicholas.
Phil.
No, think of another golfer
Not the
who went
greatest.
pro that year.
Not the greatest of all
Yeah,
time.
the greatest of all time. Tiger Woods was the face of
Damn,
golf
in
in 1996.
Black man, huh?
Tiger Woods was the face of golf to start in 1997. Was Tiger Woods the number one ranked player in the world? No. Tiger Woods hadn't even won a tournament, and he was the most popular player in the entire league. He was the face of golf. You had heard of him more than you have heard. Have you guys ever heard of Greg Norman?
No.
Yeah, you don't know who Greg Norman is. No one knows who Greg Norman is if you don't really follow golf. So Tiger Woods was already the face of that sport. Why? Because it wasn't as popular. This is the same thing with the W, and this is the reason why I think Caitlin Clark is so firmly cemented as the face of her league. It wasn't as popular without her presence. Now, should it have been? Sure, we can make that argument. I think there are very talented individuals in that league, and that's shown to be the truth, given her coming into the league and not being able to take over that top spot. But she walked into a league that wasn't as popular. It wasn't already established. It wasn't, like you said, a league that had millions of eyes or viewership or CBAs or any of that stuff. A lot of that was made possible through the presence of Caitlin Clark and her popularity. So I love Asia. I think Asia's honestly on track to be one of the greatest athletes in American history. She's incredible. But we're not being
Here's
serious
what's-
with Caitlin Clark.
What's
whenever we're talking about this
interesting to
conversation.
me, though, even about this, like trying to make it Asia. Has Asia ever been the face of the W? Because I was going to WNBA games 2021, 2022, support my homegirl Janae. I was going to WNBA games back then. And I would have said back then, Breonna Stewart was being discussed, Sue Bird was being
Diana
discussed,
Taurasi
Taurasi
was more
was
popular.
being discussed. Like, those three to me were the ones that, like, everybody knew the name of. And then obviously
Skylar
the last
Diggins was
2
closer
years,
to the face.
last
Like,
2
that's-
years, Caitlin Clark. Trey, you help me here because obviously you're the person that's very much so Team Asia being the face. Where did this push for making Asia was never the face? It was Taurasi, it was Sue Bird. They ended up getting a podcast individually, maybe or like
it's Bird and
Bird and
Yeah,
her,
I think maybe around the time when Asia became like winning multiple MVPs and multiple championships and becoming the most decorated WNBA player. I think that was probably like around the time that I would say she's the face of the league. Because to me, when have we ever seen a face of the league not have the game to
time out.
But
back
hold
it
on,
up?
Kieran, hold on.
I have to
Because
jump
I don't want to match his facetiousness. I say this in all sincerity. We saw Jokic win multiple finals or multiple MVPs finals. We saw Giannis win multiple MVPs and a championship.
Yep.
We've seen SGA, I think, win multiple MVPs
Keep going.
and a championship.
We're gonna get there. I'm gonna get y'all there. I promise.
So
No,
I'm saying,
I
like,
wanna-
we have seen multiple players over the course of any league.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
could be tennis. We've seen individuals win multiple opens. So I don't know if winning a championship enough. Hakeem Elijah won back-to-back championships, MVP, only player in league history, I think maybe with Jordan, defensive player of the year, plus finals MVP, plus the finals. Hakeem was never the face of the league. So I don't know if just winning all those things now is what makes you.
It's
the
not,
face.
and that's never been my point. You cannot just have you can't be one dimensional as the face of the league. You have to have game. You have to be marketable. You have to have charisma, and you have to be decorated. When have we ever seen a face of any league? You mentioned Tiger being the face of golf his first year. No, he wasn't. He may have been the biggest attraction.
Absolutely
People may have
was the
been
face of
buying
golf.
tickets to go see him play. He was not the face of golf. And that's disrespectful to guys like
can I
Phil
ask-
Mickelson
can I ask you a question?
to say.
wasn't- Phil wasn't even
Let's,
rocking with him at that
I think
point,
before we, because I'm older now. I had a birthday. I see things differently. Because before I see like he's tripping, but now I'm not doing that. Let me ask you a question though, sir. Can you define what the face of the league is
That's
first?
wise.
That's why I need-
and I might try to
wise.
match.
I just said it
One more time.
The
As
face of the
MVPs
league.
and all that?
You got to have game. That's stats,
Yep.
accolades, charisma,
Wins and all. Okay.
marketability,
Okay.
and you have to be an attraction. So you brought up Jokic.
But wait.
He's got all the stats. He's got accolades. He's got trophies.
Wait, let me address you.
He's not
No,
marketable.
no, but real quick. I think you're missing the point of, and let me help you out because I've been in the league a little bit. The face of the league, all the things can be true because I think that matters too though. But the face of the league is this: because it's a business too though.
Yep.
I know sports is business.
Yep.
If I'm trying to sell this business that I have to another country or somebody else because I want them to, buy into it so I can make more money.
Yep.
Am I going to use Caitlin Clark and her brand, who she is, or I'm going to use Wilson?
Caitlin Clark.
That's what the face of the league is.
She checks off the marketability box bigger than anybody else. She doesn't check off the most amount of
I
boxes.
just don't get it.
She just
Hold on.
does.
I gotta jump in. First, the answer to your question.
You're
the answer
talking
to the
about
question-
business only.
Hold up. The answer to
That's
the question
face of the
earlier.
league, dude.
The answer to your question earlier was Asia's gotten to this level of popularity because of Caitlin Clark. Sorry, I watched Maya Moore go out there and win multiple championships and have arguably the greatest start to a career in WNBA history. We weren't talking about her like we were talking about Asia now. I watched Breanna Stewart come in, win multiple championships, win in her first year, 4 straight national championships in college, having the best, have the best set of accolades heading into the league of anybody. We weren't talking about her like we're talking about Asia now because we're talking about Asia in comparison to Caitlin Clark. That to me is where it comes in.
There is no comparison.
Asia is great. Asia is awesome.
What is
We're
the
talking about her in
comparison?
comparison as in terms of being the face.
Yeah.
Obviously,
okay.
with game, we're not talking about her game. If you want to say Asia Wilson is the greatest in the league right now, she
is.
No, she is. There's no debate there. If you want to say she's the best, no debate there. If you want to say she's the greatest of all time, I'll let you have that conversation as well. When we're talking about being the face of the league, it is about marketability.
So what is your definition of the face of the league?
You have different
What's
parameters.
your definition
for it.
of the face of the league?
A face of the league is the person that I have to put on billboards and say, this is
And
the
that's
face
it.
of my
That's
league.
all you got to do.
The
You
reason why I brought up
gotta
Tiger Woods,
go on a billboard. You
That's
just
right.
got to
The reason
be
why I
on
brought
a PowerPoint for a global pitch for
Trey.
a sponsor. That's it.
Trey, the reason why it's called the face is because when we look at your league, we want to see a face. When
If
I look
that's-
at when
if that's
you
the
talk
face of
about
the league,
golf, when you
Caitlin
talk
Clark
about
got it.
golf, the face is Tiger Woods, and it has been since he came out. When you talk about tennis, it was Serena Williams. When you talk about these sports, you have to put a face to them. I think of a million different sports. Guys know I follow very, very obscure things. The face of cycling. Can you guys name one cyclist?
Lance Armstrong.
Lance Armstrong.
The face
He's
of
the
cycling.
face. He was the face of cycling. And obviously
all
that had to
know
do with
that type of
greatness.
stuff.
Yeah, but
you know who Lance
but
Armstrong
why do you
is.
know Lance Armstrong? Because he has the game to back it up. He has the trophies, and he's marketable.
But also, but here's the other
and he
thing,
lost
though.
a testicle.
But
He did lose a test.
But controversy matters. Lance,
Yeah.
we know Lance probably mostly because of the controversy. When I'm a kid, I don't remember watching any Tour de France's.
Right.
I remember having a Live Strong band, and I remember a lawsuit
Like
with
everybody.
Valco
Yeah.
and Barry Bonds and Lance Armstrong and all things.
Yep.
So I'm not saying that Caitlin is earned it based on game. It could be controversy. Whatever
Nice.
it takes, though, she has become said face.
And it's
of-
also the fact that it is not a fully established sport before.
Yeah.
Sorry, before Caitlin Clark's presence in college basketball, before she blew up and went viral, bro, the WNBA didn't turn a profit. They didn't turn a profit until 2 years ago for the very first time. Or sorry, it might have been 3 years ago now. This is not a league that people were watching or like it's
that's fair.
And,
That's
to be the
common.
face,
It was a young business. It's 30 years. The
Of course.
NBA wasn't turning over profits till Magic and Bird came in.
we
either.
need
But
to
I
hear
got
like
a
the
quick
UFC.
question for Shady.
Go
Just
ahead,
real
real
quick.
quick.
If that's because Shady, I've heard you talk about when Acho said, "Oh, Baker Mayfield's in the MVP race week 5 into the season last year," and your response was, let him earn it. You say that a lot on the show. Acho was just let him earn it.
Yo.
Has Caitlin Clark earned it? I just want to. Has Caitlin Clark earned it?
Yeah, she earned
Okay,
it.
cool. That's all I wanted to know.
Bro, we wouldn't be watching We wouldn't be watching
You
women's.
speak for yourself. You wouldn't be watching.
You was watching women's basketball like
Yes,
you are now?
I have-
like you are
yeah.
now?
No, I couldn't. I quite literally could not.
I don't know what couldn't
And
is.
why-
I know
why
this-
couldn't you, though?
The reason I know this
Because they had a
everybody's
new
like,
hold
CBA
on. Because
that
of
Caitlin
what?
Clark had
Why-
very little to do with.
Hold on. Why do they have a new TV deal that makes it more accessible for you to watch now?
Because they had their collective bargaining agreement
Why
expired.
are there more nationally televised games now? And who are playing in those nationally televised games?
And
Because
if
of
she-
who?
and- and if she
Because
won
of
there-
who?
because
You
she
told
won
on
there,
yourself.
they would hate
because of
you.
Caitlin
They would hate
Clark.
you.
No, it's not because of
It
Caitlin
is.
Clark. It's not
It
because
is.
of
I
Caitlin
want to
Clark.
hear what y'all
In fact,
got to say. What's the hold on? What's the chat saying about it, bro? What's the
Baby,
chat? We've been
Ron,
going back and
can
forth.
Can you pull up the graphic though? Since
We've
we
been
talking about
going
TV
back and
sales.
forth.
Since we talking about TV sales.
What are the super chats saying about this topic? We know we don't just want to yell at y'all all day. We want y'all to talk back to us. What they talking about just in general? Anything on this?
Hold on. I want to bring up this graphic real quick because I have a quick rebuttal. Go ahead.
This one,
Yeah.
the one that says
Percentage of sellouts, right?
the sellouts are a lot less.
What
Now,
stadium? Hold on. You're from Indiana. What stadium did the Fever play in?
Conseco Fieldhouse or Gamebridge
Fieldhouse.
whatever it's called
they
now.
Play,
yeah.
They play in the Fieldhouse. What's the capacity of that venue?
Probably 19 and some change.
Okay, yeah, 19,000, right?
Yeah.
You know where the Dallas Wings play basketball? At UTA's campus with about 4,000 to 5,000 people. You know where most teams play? Smaller venues without having that many people.
Yeah.
Just because there's a
didn't think of
15% sellout doesn't mean that there's not a lot of people still going to these games. If you're selling out 15% of your games,
But why is it going down so much from
of
from
course,
the years
because
previous?
her popularity is going down.
Because she's burning out as the face of the league because she's not living up to the hype.
Find me another person that can sell out 2 games out of 13 in
And that's even
19,000
misleading. I'll
seater
be
stadium.
honest about that graphic. They haven't played 13 home games. That's 13
Yeah.
total games. So it is a little bit of
Yeah.
a skewed statistic. But the super chats aren't really weighing in on this subject, but we'll
get to 'em in
we'll
general
get to
then.
them anyway.
Okay.
Poultry Manning, which is has a profile picture
Come
of
on now.
Kieran
It's me as a chicken.
as a chicken, said, I love chicken. And Trey, congrats on your new child. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I smell a bad Acho take coming.
Oh, wow.
Oh shit.
You don't have to have a good nose. Fighting 185 says, Shady, don't dodge the question. If BA made a comment about your mom, how are you responding? You just make an excuse for him, like, I can understand what he's saying and move on? Stop lying.
I said if I'm like Jada in this situation, I would understand it.
And you just say move on?
All I said was that you said it's your
hide behind your
team,
mom.
said you hide behind your mom. I mean, and
Yeah.
my mom's always with me, so I could buy that.
Okay.
I got thick skin, dude.
Yeah.
When I grew up, we joked on each other all day, all night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's real. King Drewski, one of our resident comedians, said, man, I love the Speakeasy. The Speakeasy loves you back. King Drewski said, Jabba the Hutt Bear is always hungry. Shady is
very hungry
real,
right now, yeah.
but a little bit out of touch.
Dang.
Acho's knees are still broke.
Not wrong.
Trey's forehead is still massive.
It's huge.
It is. And
Oh wait, let me see. I didn't see it till now.
Damn!
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And
sweating
TJ saying the hard R, just beautiful. TJ said the hard R?
A lot happened while you were gone, brother. Yeah,
Damn.
you did.
I
Yeah.
missed it.
Why do you guys watch the show if you're off work?
It's my job, brother.
Oh.
I love the show. It's a
I
quality
have
show.
work to do, even when I'm off. I don't really have
I
an
won't
off
get them days
day.
off then. They like to work. They like to be here.
J-Dog Dumb Nice jumped back in the super chat and said, preaching BA, not tripping, dog. You grown as hell, man. There's nothing wrong with her fine self working for you, but it's time to get off that milk, be a man, and stand on business.
Okay.
It's year 3, dog. LXOW said, man, my mama used to whoop my ass every day after every call, even when I was not in the wrong. She was tired of them damn calls every day. Social Troy can relate to you. Mike Speakeasy said Bills defense in the playoffs with a defensive head coach give up 33.2 points per game. Just saying, start, bench, practice squad, and cut forever versus Drake's, Ye's, Wayne's, M's. We got to start, bench, practice squad, and cut for forever versus Drake's verse, Ye's verse, Wayne's verse, M's verse.
M?
Eminem, yeah.
I got to hear this. I
I would have to. We had to get back to you on that,
We'll
Mike.
get back to you tomorrow. Start, bench, practice, wall, cut.
Forever.
All 4
Want
day
this shit
versions.
forever,
Drake's
mine,
last.
ever mine.
Drake's
Damn,
last.
last?
With them guys. You know Drake don't want to rap against real rappers.
Yeah, that's true. JN8052 said Caitlin Clark is the most popular player in the what?
No, you just
In
in
the
the
W-
old, man. It's okay.
Oh, Caitlin Clark is the most popular player in the W. Yes, But can she be the face of this league and represent a league that is made up of black women in this polarizing time? Not sure. That's why there is such pushback. Top Shot has said, Trey, I'm going to need 5% when that contract gets signed for starting the hashtag pay Trey movement. I do appreciate you. 5% is a little bit steep. We'll talk about it. Shady, in hindsight, would you give up your rings to start in the Super Bowl, but no guaranteed win?
No, I'm cool.
Good with your rings?
Yeah, that shit. I mean, I was too far before the rings. You feel me?
That part.
Facts.
And then, real quick, the ones from Thursday. You want to hit those now or?
No, we can hit them in a minute. Yeah, let's hit them in a minute.
Okay, bet. We'll keep moving. Bet.
Look, keeping the show pushing. We have a fun last topic for you guys. Tom Brady had an interesting weekend at Fanatics Fest in the World Cup. You see him right here flipping the bird over to Logan Paul as they have some sort of beef. Right here, being held back. Tom sitting back with glasses. Quincy Avery asked, why is he tarnishing his legacy like this? He has 750 M's, greatest QB to ever do it, and he's moving like this. This also comes off the back of them meeting at Fanatics Fest and Brady slapping him in front of Karl Anthony Towns and having to be held back. It does seem like a huge skid or ploy for Logan Paul, maybe to sell Prime, maybe to be in a WWE match of some sort. Do you guys think Tom Brady is ruining his legacy moving around like this?
Let me go first because Tom Brady, Shady's homeboy, helped get Shady a ring. So let me give you a completely non-biased take. Got nothing to gain, got nothing to lose. I think it's corny what Tom Brady's doing. Tom Brady, you are the greatest ever. Inarguably. Other sports, LeBron Jordan in basketball, but in football, we know you sit on the throne by yourself. So to me, Tom Brady now coming out and being like a cheap skit actor does not behoove his legacy. Like Tom Brady now coming out and slapping Logan Paul and now reduces Tom Brady and his greatness and his achievements of a game of which he had to actually go out there and play. It's real. It's not scripted. It reduces Tom Brady now to that of a scripted actor that participates in a sport that isn't fully given to like the reality of the grind of going against another competitor who actually wants to win. So to me, I just don't like Tom Brady reducing himself to this. That's literally all it is for me. It's like, why are you, Logan Paul is not on your level as a legitimate athlete. Might he be on your level as an entertainer? Beyond the shadow of a doubt. Might he be on your level from a sake of athleticism? Beyond the shadow of a doubt. But like as an athlete that's gone out there and competed at the highest level in an unscripted sport, why are you reducing yourself to Logan Paul's shenanigans? I just don't like it as a fan of Tom Brady. Obviously, I wasn't a teammate of Tom Brady, so I'm curious to teammates.
If a teammate or friend, I mean, what's he doing but living his retired life? If you ask me, he's doing a lot of great things, right? You see, he's hanging out with a lot of his business partners. I see a couple of times where he was, showing some of the young kids in the Fanatics brand, you know what I'm saying, as far as like how to be a quarterback, how to save your money, how to do this, how to study. Like he's doing a lot of great things. I think this is part of him just showing I have a different side than just being the greatest quarterback of all time. And if you really know Tom is funny as hell. Tom talk trash. Like Tom's cool. Tom's like, yo, low-key, Tom like a little brother. He's like a little brother. So I just think he brother on child support for a little bit. You know your brother. You know what I'm saying? He was.
Yo.
That's crazy.
But I just think that we try to put every quarterback or every type of player in his box. He don't want to be that. And he's not that. So I like what Tom's doing. I mean, it don't matter if it's Paul or whoever it is, that he's starting to show his other side of who he truly is.
You know what this is, Acho?
What up, G?
Not for us.
You right.
This ain't for us. It's for the kids.
Yeah.
Imagine if we got to see Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant when he retired doing something like this with insert whoever.
The Rock. Or some shit.
With The Rock.
That'd be cool.
Like as a 10, 11, 12-year-old, and I get to see my sports idol go out and fake beef with a WWE superstar. That would be the coolest shit ever. Now, you didn't grow up in a WWE household. You didn't grow up watching wrestling or even really knowing much about wrestling. So the aura, the lore isn't really there for you. But like WWE really controls a lot of like pop culture. And so I think this is just for the kids. I think it's cool for Tom Brady to go out on because we know Tom Brady is like stick in the mud, all about business, cut and dry, boring as hell. So to see him like this, especially for the kids, it's
Also,
cool.
Acho, I don't get your complaint. I've been watching Tom Brady have scripted fun for his entire NFL career.
Okay.
I've seen it.
That's
I have. It's like you can't explain the tuck rule, any of that shit. Okay. No, in all seriousness though, I don't care. This isn't legacy ruining for him. Whenever we talk about Tom Brady at the end of his life, we're gonna be like, that was the greatest quarterback I've ever seen with my own two eyes.
Yeah.
He's the greatest winner that we've ever seen. He won more championships than people had, than teams, organizations who had been around for 60, 70, 80 years had championships all by himself, just a player. That's what we're gonna say whenever we talk about Tom Brady and his legacy. I don't have any problem with this. Now, this obviously it's fake scripted beef. I think it's so poorly done. That's why it's off-putting.
Yes,
If it was more natural, it would have been like, oh shit, okay, cool. Like if Tom Brady went out and said in an interview, like, I just don't take the Logan Pauls of the other world seriously, and yada yada yada. And Logan was just like, man, what the hell? Da, 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 da.
And Logan comes and jumps across the table and crashes
I'll slap the shit
into
out of
Tom Brady
whenever I see him. Yada yada yada. Like, if that was cool, then sure. But we also, like 2 months ago, saw Logan Paul at the Fanatics flag football thing with Tom Brady out there playing, like joking around, laughing, yada yada yada, whatever.
So
it's just
Kieran, that might be it for me. In 2-5, maybe that's it. I think it's so bad acting that it's just so off-putting. And I also think we have an epidemic in society where everybody wants to overexpose themselves. Back in the day, Michael Jackson, if you wanted to see him, only God could let Michael Jackson come across, like, be driving down Beverly Hills. You got to actually, like, see him. When you think about some of Michael Jordan don't be outside. Now that he has a NASCAR team, he's on occasion outside. Michael Jordan be golfing, he be low key. To me, that has kind of preserved the aura of the celebrities that so often is lost now. Tom Brady's the GOAT, bro. You the greatest. To me, it's like we have seen athletes, Kieran, lose their aura after they retire. And not even athletes. We've seen entertainers. We've seen some of our favorite singers, some of our favorite songwriters, some of our favorite actors. Yeah, we love them on this show. But dang, since they retired, what the hell?
Bill Cosby, yeah.
Whatever the case may be. Like,
Okay.
so to me, I do think you can lose your aura or the mystery. It's almost like, what do they say? Don't date your idols.
Don't meet your idols.
Yeah, don't meet your idols. Don't meet your idols.
Yeah.
And it's don't meet your idols, because once you meet your idol, it's like, oh, you weren't as I thought you were.
Yeah.
What is that corny smile?
You don't want to know, because I know where his head is. The light-skinned celebrity
it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
when you brought up dating and idols,
But
you're
listen,
in transition to
do y'all think that he'll still be looked at the same way?
something.
If he goes a wrestling match with Logan Paul, he's
Something
still
bad.
gonna look at it as Tom Brady. Like, I don't care. There's nothing he can do to change that. The brother got 7 championships.
Also, we've seen this from other superstars.
Who?
Floyd Mayweather had a whole WWE thing with the Big Show.
Broke his
As he was
nose.
coming back. Yeah, broke his nose or whatever. Yeah, it was actually kind of fun to watch.
yeah,
But he had a whole WWE thing with the Big Show back in like 2007, right after his retirement, his Oscar De La Hoya fight, biggest fight of his entire career. The next summer, he's doing WrestleMania with the Big Show out there, punching him in the face and like going around doing yada yada yada.
He broke
Yeah,
his
he
nose.
broke Big Show's nose. Yeah.
Hey, Quincy Avery, isn't he
Quarterback coach.
He's a quarterback coach.
Quarterback coach of Deshaun, Justin Fields, all the Mulligators guys. Jordan Love.
Oh, the first two I was about to say. I mean, shit. For Justin Fields, he's his money back. God damn.
Trey, let me get your thoughts on this before we get out the show.
The Tom Brady, I think it's fine for his legacy. I think his legacy is intact. It remains intact. This will not hurt his legacy more than Deflategate or anything else. Like this is small fish in a big pond.
This is a good representation, right? Muhammad Ali. Do you guys remember his fight with Shinya Aoki? No, you don't even know what that was.
I remember that.
Muhammad Ali ended up having like this match with a wrestler, kickboxer, or whatever the hell it was. Yeah. And it was far after his career, but we don't remember Muhammad Ali for that. We remember Muhammad Ali for everything else great that he did.
But I also think it depends when you draw the line. Like, one thing I hated that I like looking at athletes as being invincible. One thing I hated. I hated watching Adrian Peterson get slept by, was it Le'Veon Bell?
That was bad. I hated watching Nate Robinson get slept by Jake Paul.
I hated watching it.
Yeah.
Adrian Peterson, you were an invincible, indestructible, greatest running back, top 3 running back of all time. I don't want to watch you get slept by another person, because now I'm like, oh wait,
I do.
But to me, that loses some of the the mystery.
Does it
Adrian
lose it
Peterson,
though?
hold on real quick. Because Adrian Peterson is a great example. Because you know who else whooped Adrian Peterson? Some dude at the poker table. But that's not part of Adrian Peterson's legacy because it's small potatoes. Like that's a lot of people don't even know
Exactly.
that AP got hands and feet put on him at a poker table because it just stuff like this. It just doesn't last. It doesn't stand the test of time when you've built the type of legacy that guys like Adrian Peterson and Tom Brady have built.
Acho, where did your brain go earlier when Shady said he was going to get highly paid as AP because he remembered how special he was in these top 5? That's the way that Shady reminisced about Adrian Peterson. You weren't thinking about, oh damn, he did get knocked out by Le'Veon Bell in that boxing match. Yeah. Like that's just entertainment value for the sickos that like boxing. And
And he got to keep his right hand up.
True.
Like, block that, John.
Oh man. Yeah. All right, man. Yeah, we appreciate you guys.
Let's
We got
get the super chat, bro.
Listen, few super chats before we get out of the show. Love and lead
done
pod.
already?
Oh, yeah, he back.
He's back.
Come on
Listen,
now.
413 said, "Hey fam, I've been away for 2 weeks in the beautiful
Been around
Alaska
the
with the
world.
wife.
$200 super chat, and that's the energy.
You
Come
know what?
on, Trey.
The hell's wrong?
You
with
falling
bro?
off, bro.
Yeah, you lost your fastball.
Come on, man.
We talked about it earlier. It's on me. Lamar Jackson is just
Yeah.
Bruh,
great and on a perennial
He's eligible
basis.
for a video, and you're just like, yeah, he sent the
Yeah,
super
he's
chat.
working
He
for
won the
the
league.
super
Come
chat.
on, bro.
Yeah, I can hold that L.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I apologize. Let me start over.
There we go.
Love and Lead Pod jumped in the building with not a one, but a $200 super chat and said, "Hey fam, I've been away for 2 weeks in the beautiful Alaska with my wife. I'm back and this is a great episode. I saw Tiger enter golf from the start. Tiger debuted at the end of '96 season and won, then turned around in '97 with a record win at the Masters in a record fashion. He was the face day one." Game Killer 619 said, "Let's be real. Y'all basically saying what Trey been trying to say. You the face of a sport if you come in hot. Let's be real. I can name 5 to 10 other WNBA players better than Caitlin Clark. Psst. 2 of them are on her own
We're
team.
not having a better conversation, though.
Running on empty 12, the only person in the entire WNBA that can shut the Caitlin Clark hype down is, quote, the first is the one. It's Paige Beckers. Massive fans she has. Why? Because she was the first great white hope. Compare Paige 40 points to CC's. Please, on your marks, Lou. Said the biggest attraction is the face of the league. If they sell more tickets, more TV ads, on more talk shows, guess what? They are the face of the league. It's the player that socially reps and is most widely associated with the league.
Thank you, man.
Capital 9996 said it's about who generates the most revenue. Shedeur is now the face. Shedeur. TJ really got me saying it that way. I can't say Shedeur. Shedeur is now the face of the NFL for the new generation and made more off the field than he did on the field. Listen, I brought up that comparison months ago when they tried to tell me Caitlin Clark was the. Oh, so you do actually have to play.
You have to go out there and
The
play.
girl play. Y'all actually.
The league is far more established than the W.
That's
though,
what
so
it is. It's just that the league is more established.
Yeah, that's facts. Clutch Kicks 2279 said, "What's up, Speakeasy family? When it comes to fever tickets, Trey, look at fever ticket prices now compared to the last 3 years. That's why they aren't selling out." That's a good point. JR 3761 said it's for show. Caitlin Clark, she got them flying private now. That's not true. Let's keep it factual in the Speakeasy. AXA Gaming says Speakeasy and undefeated. Best show on the net. Can't wait for the NFL season. Hashtag Dallas Cowboys for life.
Hey,
Hashtag
let me jump in here.
God
If y'all watching the Speakeasy because other shows for whatever reason are off right now, again, just know, consider making this your home.
Yeah.
Make sure you hit that subscribe
We're gonna
button.
treat you better.
Because we in person, and we are going to treat you better. We're going to read your super chats.
Yep.
We're going to let y'all send in videos if you send in $200 of super chats. We got merch coming on the way, start of the football season. We got different groups coming on the way. We do Speakeasy drafts. Consider making the
Interviews.
Speakeasy your home. We do live interviews,
Exclusive.
post-game, and more than anything, we be in studio, like really dedicated to vibing to make sure y'all vibe. So if it's your first time watching Speakeasy, because maybe some other shows aren't on right now, just consider making Speakeasy your home. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button to be notified when we go live, hit the like button again, pushes us further into the algorithm. Follow us on our channel, Speakeasy TLK Show on Talk Show, Speakeasy Talk Show. Follow us on our social channels. Just consider joining the family, bro. We'd love to have all y'all.
Yeah, we
That's
should do this first.
What's that?
That stuff, everything you just did, say it first. You know why?
Why that?
Because I thought about in church,
Yeah.
right? When, they say all the different scriptures and all that, and then they go to, you start talking about, because we got, after church, we have some food, we got snack. I want y'all to pay for the mission because we going on trips. I'm leaving, homie. We gotta do it in the beginning when they
Yo.
sitting down and they right. Okay, they in there
You
like
leave
this.
during the
and you do the
benediction?
whole.
Do you leave during?
You leave during the benediction?
Yeah, like before the
Look,
close.
you
What's
couldn't
it
think of the
called?
word. You want to talk about me?
Yeah, I'm out.
You want to talk about me?
After they
But
give me the
I
word,
be in church.
After they give me the word, I'm out. All that I ain't worried about none of that. We got
But you
Bible
call me
study
the
with the
heathen.
kid. I'm out. We gotta do this in the beginning.
But
when
we
everybody's
still-
sitting there
how
like,
many people we got in the chat right now though?
6,000.
60, 6,600.
We still got 6,600 of them, King. You know what I'm saying?
well, man, okay, well,
Yeah, they still here.
I guess it ain't church.
Last two super chats, they are from Thursday. We promised y'all we get to them. Top Shot said, Trey, congrats on the new edition, bro. I appreciate you. Much love. And then this was your the all-time Pacers starting five and Mavs team, which we got to earlier. Appreciate you doubling down on that. And then lastly, our guy Central Cast, who was really quiet today, his credit card must be maxed, and by his I mean his mother's. Stefon Diggs living to his last name. He digging into everything and everyone he
Wait,
can.
are we gonna address this though? Because he brought it up.
He was buying BBLs for men and women.
Let's do it tomorrow.
No.
We gotta do a whole topic on it tomorrow.
All right, but real quick, because the fan brought it up.
We can. You got it?
What the
Stefon
Stefon
Diggs.
Diggs?
You about to keep me in this sauna another 30 minutes?
Yo,
You want? I mean, we
I'm
can.
sorry.
Rome, are you ready?
it's starting to get crazy a little bit though.
Stefon Diggs.
All right, cool.
Rome
We got-
said.
That was I
Bring it
have
up.
it, but I'm ready to get the.
Nah,
Outta
that's been
here.
getting crazy though. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
put the
because
rag on
I'm
and
not
everything.
like involved, so I just got involved. I'm like, whoa, I'm really like, wow, whoa.
I
like,
mean, look, y'all 6,600. Y'all in for a treat
Wait.
because I didn't know Shady was ready to
Wait,
talk
wait,
about
wait,
it. but
wait.
Shout out
So,
Central
wait,
Cast.
Wait, hold up.
But wait, but Kieran, you got to pull the video up. Did you see the video?
The video
You
of
gotta
him
do
on the
one more.
podcast. Yeah, I'll pull it up. One sec. But essentially, this started.
Oh,
from,
you got any more super chats?
That's all I got.
Wait,
So
I can't-
there's no way to stall.
I can't
So here's the
Oh, we wanna do
problem.
another topic.
Take my single. Here's the problem. We prep topics more often than not. We have not prepped this topic. So y'all finna get an off the cuff,
Impromptu.
unscripted,
Improvised.
impromptu, completely improvised, polarizing topic on Stefon Diggs and some of the wild behavior. Do we have graphics ready, Rome?
Let's get wild.
Kieran, you good enough to get it going?
Yeah, I think we should.
All right,
have something.
kill the music, Ethan.
All right, so
Set up the topic.
This comes from reports, accusations of abuse from Chris Griffith.
Are we taking him serious
he
with this
posted some
do-rag on?
screenshots. I already put it. I was ready to get out the show. Y'all, y'all want me to do the damn show or not?
Do it.
Shit!
Last one.
All right, come on.
All right,
Cutting
look.
it, so intro it properly though.
So look, big news out of the sports world, today as Stefon Diggs in the news. Chris Blake Griffith, one of the guys, apparently the guy accusing him of abuse and some sexual weirded stuff and whatnot. He ended up screenshotting some messages from his that are now going viral years later. Stefon Diggs saying, "LOL, come on, get your ass bust." He said, "LOL, I convinced your confidence, champ." He said, "Sick of you."
Are you serious? Are
he
you
ended
being for
up-
real?
Yeah, no, I'm serious.
Wait.
That's actually
Wait.
This is true.
Where are we at though?
Just right there to the left, Shady. You'll see that. Yeah, he said,
on, get
"LOL,
your-
come on, get your ass bust. I commend your confidence, champ."
Bisexual or gay or whatever.
But
Yeah.
read that. You gotta
He
read above the
ended up
purple.
saying,
Oh!
you can either be bisexual, gay, or whatever you want to be in life. As I champion you, champion you living in your truth. That said, when I continually decline your advances and attempts to get me to party with you, your ego can't handle no and resorted to violence to protect what you seem to be so afraid to admit, is what he said. He also ended up going, I believe, is it this next video? I'm gonna
I put it in the doc. At the bottom of the doc,
okay.
it's a video of him listening
I'm
to
gonna
Sexy
pull that
Red.
video up real quick. Just give me 1 second,
Nah,
guys.
but nah, he might be talking about the video game because I can see somebody saying, "Come over here and get your ass bust." Like, you know what I mean? You know, talking about the video game or something like that. Because this is wild though.
But you got to understand what you have the authority to say.
there, Kieran, right
Like
there, right there.
you
Just
can't
got
tell
you.
another grown man when you currently getting accusations, come get your ass bust.
Yeah, no. And then there was this is more videos of
Pull
him,
this up.
of him dancing with his brother. I mean, I don't know what this is, but yeah.
What you
Bruh,
mean?
like, come on, they playing around.
Yeah,
I ain't
they're
trying.
just messing around. There was a video though, I believe, from
what?
Chris Blake.
You
Griffith.
cool? You cool? Hold on, time out. Shady. You cool with if you saw a video of your son doing that? You cool with that?
No, I'm not cool with that at all.
Oh, okay. I'm
But
just
I-
making
but
sure. Let's
I'm
not
saying-
act like that's just some shit.
No, what I'm saying, sir, hold up, man. Let's put the helmet back on, football helmet. Imagine, like, I seen Tyreek Hill score touchdown, fake twerk playing. I see AB do like that's not giving them an excuse, but they do stuff like that. It's full of players. They entertain. They do, they having fun. I'm not gonna say he's
That
because
was a private photo shoot.
you don't get it.
That wasn't-
he don't get
that
it.
crazy.
It's all right. I get it.
But yeah, essentially there was also more. There was one from him on this No Jumper podcast.
So this is accuser. Close the other tabs. Are saying
yeah.
Close the other tabs so our audio doesn't come through. So this is Stefon Diggs. Accuser, yes. Okay. Apparently saying I'm not sure where we're at in terms of time, but I'll let you guys listen.
Use you a little differently. As someone who is like very reflective in hindsight, after that situation went down in Maryland on the 22nd of May 2023, it made me sit, pause, and just reflect about a lot of different things that went down. For instance, going shopping. We got girls around and things like that. I was always able to just go in the store, get what the fuck I want. No limit.
He's like lying.
When you're with him.
When I'm with him.
Yeah.
Do what you want.
Damn.
Meanwhile, his brother, the Derez guy, stand on the wall. Photographer, stand on the wall. The bitches shop. Right. The girls in them shop. Not to decipher bitches and girls. Well, I want to decipher bitches and girls.
Well, I'm trying to find like where he's actually talking about.
So what's he say?
Essentially, he
says shopping.
I saw the clip earlier today, but essentially he says they go out, they have a time or whatever, then they go back, get in the car, and then Stefon Diggs ends up exposing himself and starts like messing with himself. What? And then while the dude's just like, nah, put that up, champ. Like I'm not trying to be on that.
Put that up, champ.
That's what he said, like verbatim, apparently in the clip. So yeah, that's the Stefon Diggs situation.
I don't know if I believe that though, because imagine the world where that happens. You like, yo, put that away, champ. What? Boy, you know.
But if y'all already got that kind of relationship, if y'all
on
that type of time,
if that relationship, like you saying, then why you saying put it up, champ?
Maybe not there.
Nah, I can't. This is one thing I'd say about in life, bro. You gotta be respectful of people. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
You can't judge.
Two things you can't.
Two things you can't be saying. You can't be saying somebody is a racist and not racist, or you can't be calling somebody gay that's not gay. That is not okay.
Here we go. Okay, I got the clip here of what he was saying. I'll let you guys listen.
So he pulls his thing out and just starts doing his thing. And as he's doing his thing, I'm like, yo, bro, settle down. Like, what the fuck, you that horny? Like, you can't get yourself together till you get in the house? And as he's touching on himself and feeling on himself and like talking through what he's about to do when he walk in the house and how pretty much basically saying how horny and sexually stimulated he is in like street lingo. Pulls his man out, starts to play with himself. And I'm telling him, yo, bro, keep your composure. I'm trying to laugh it off because I'm like, what the fuck? Laugh it off. Why you?
Something ain't right here, bro.
And he reach over to me.
He lying, bro.
And he got his thing in his hand. I'm like, what are you doing, bro?
Oh.
And he trying to like laugh, and I put that shit up. And he put it up. We get out the car. As we're walking, it's very uncomfortable to talk about. As we're walking toward the door, he put his arm around me and he said, man, come to my room. And he put his put his tongue in my ear, like doing some weird shit.
Bruh.
Walk into the house, spiral staircase leads directly to his bedroom. He goes up the staircase, I make a right. It's a very long hallway. I speed walk down this hallway, damn near run down this hallway, but not like I'm running for my life. I'm trying to keep things low. I go to the bathroom, I'm trying to process my way out. How the fuck do I get out of here? Clearly this is an overstepping boundary. I've never seen him in this light before, but I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm like, man, you just gonna have to go out here and
do what?
Fight your way out if you have to.
That was what he said in the interview. He said it on another interview as well, though, talking about essentially what
Here's my
what
thing,
happened.
2-5. I don't believe it verbatim. I think memories are memories, but I do think 2-5, where there's smoke, there's fire in anything in life.
I can't say that. I think this guy, and I don't know
this. It's smoke, 2-5.
But like this hear me out for a second.
I'm listening, G.
All right. He says it was it's kind of uncomfortable to talk about. He's talking on every platform he can talk on it about. So that's not true. Mm-hmm. Number two is you saying that a dude did all that and you laughing it off, which was crazy. Then you got serious with him, like yo, man, put it away and all that. But then he puts his arm around you and walk you in the crib.
No. Puts his arm around you and then put his tongue in your ear.
You know what I'm saying? Like for you to be now you serious that he's doing that, and then you go in the dude's crib and then you go to the other room. Who's doing all that? If I feel that uncomfortable and you a man doing all that, I'm leaving.
But you know what, though? If you a leech, I don't know who Cuz is, But like, if you just in somebody's posse and you need to stay connected to somebody's posse, and they do weird things, you just allow people to do, not to you, but you just maybe if you just need.
Did Terry Crews say something like this?
He did, but Terry Crews said it about like these white executives.
The boss.
Yeah, he was saying like the white executives would like make him uncomfortable. And he would just.
But just even that, like, dude, for my opinion, because I don't, but for a man to come up and do all that, to think he can do that to you.
But you know what's crazy?
And you don't do nothing back?
But hold on, 2-5. Obviously, it's a bunch of fellas in this chat and a bunch of fellas in the show. But we hear this happening to women all the time. We just so normalized that happening. But that's my point. I'm just saying, it's not like this behavior is something that's uncommon. Like, if this was a woman telling that story, pulled out his junk, started doing this and that, put his arm around me, tried to kiss me in the ear, we'd be like, yeah. Like that's run of the mill for an over aggressive, creepy dude.
Sexual deviant. Yeah.
Like that's nothing that. So it's not as though the behavior is that out of the norm. It's who the behavior was objectified toward.
But the woman sometimes like they may be scared because if this dude gets angry, he might do something to me. Mm-hmm. You a big boy.
But I think the difference is do something to you wouldn't be physical. He might cut me off. If Stefon Diggs was tricking on Buddy.
Which is what he was doing.
Like, I want that lifestyle.
So if that's the case, then that means you saying that he was okay with everything that was going on then.
Yeah, correct.
He was okay being tricked on.
Come on, man.
But I think he was
potentially,
allegedly.
It's a
and I play with different players that play with him in the league. When there's some stuff like that going on, you hear rumors. It was a kid. I ain't gonna. It's a lot of kids that. Well, not a lot, but a few. You hear rumors about this guy being like that. As Stefon is with all these teams, big name like that, you would have heard something.
But let me ask y'all this, because here's what scientists or psychologists have said. Is like, when you got those sexual deviants, just them like,
Yeah.
Eventually, it's like, there's only so much stimulation that you can get. Once you would have been with Cardi, it's like, you just like, you know what? I'm gonna just try anything. That's what psychologists have suggested.
They ain't never been with Cardi.
I'm just saying, like, once he had 4 kids in a year.
I do. They say that a lot of with the Ollie weirdos. They say that's the thing. Like you've had the pick of the litter.
And so think this
for years.
I love Will Smith as an artist. Will said in his book he was having so much sex he had acquired a disease to where the thought of sex made him sick, like viscerally sick. Like vomit sick. Read his book. Just look it up. Just take my word for it. And people have said that Will Smith has done whatever Will Smith has done. From what I've heard and what psychologists have suggested, like you can have so much, the deviance of all deviants. They're just like, you know what? I need a different high.
Yeah.
I need a different.
But
if he was sticking his tongue in dude's ear, was a different high.
Your point you make it is like do you believe it?
Yeah, some of it for sure.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. Because the pieces line up, I think, for one. Like, so, if this dude is not a childhood friend of Stefon Diggs, why are you spending money on him? Mm-hmm. That, to me, that's weird. Like, if it's your ace boon, I'm sure both of y'all have, especially you, Shady, had homies that I think you've even talked about before, like people that you grew up with that was like, yo, I brought them with me at least for some amount of time. We went to the stores. We went here. I was paying for this. I was buying them that. That's cool with your homies. They been your day ones. You come into some money. You take care of them. But for somebody new to come in, you're actually tricking on this man. Like you are treating him like a broad that you are trying to court. So then when it comes time to act and take it to the next level of courtship, that looks like whipping your dick out and trying to be sexually aggressive with somebody else. Now, whether it's fully true or not, I don't know. I'm not here to call Diggs a liar or here to call the accuser a liar.
Like, he was jumped and then he apparently had to settle like a $10 million lawsuit or something.
You starting lying about me, starting these narratives about me. Sometimes, bro, family don't like all that.
But if you ain't got no evidence, like I just
think, but my name's my name. Yeah. You know what I mean? And Stefon like, yo, you playing my name? And my brother might say, you playing with my brother's name, I'm on you.
Yeah.
Happens a lot like that. I'll just say this though, man. If you got that much evidence, put it out there, bro.
Yeah. That's what everybody's saying.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think if I got evidence, I want money.
Facts. That's what he got. They ended up settling
a
lawsuit.
But here's what he said. Did you not see TMZ just reached out to him?
Oh, wow.
The most recent thing 2 days ago was, I don't want any money. I want this to go to trial with Diggs. He's like, bump money. I'm not selling.
Wait. So what's the trial part about?
He's suing Stefon Diggs for like sexual abuse or assault or whatever. He's like,
he got jumped by his brother.
He's like, bump trial.
People,
He's like, bump money. I want this to go to trial. He's like, I want a jury to decide this.
That's convincing.
Like he's like, Kieran, find that last one, and we got to get y'all out of there. Find the TMZ clip. Try just Chris Blake TMZ. That's the one where I was like, oh, he don't even want money.
Nah, but being accused of being like, this is crazy for like, because like Stefon, he ain't on the team. He go to a team. People might look at like, you know what I'm saying? I just hate when people be trying to, like this dude's trying to get clout, bro.
Nah, hold on. Rome, let it run.
Call him.
Refusal to tell the truth. An obligation to myself and children that bear my name, and a responsibility that I hold very near and dear to my heart. So
what's he talking about?
I gotta walk this down. Justice for CB.
Okay.
Fact.
I know. So
Oh my
I mean,
God.
what do you think about Stefon saying
God.
he's lying? I mean, what do you have to say to that?
I don't know why liars lie, but if a liar told me I was lying, I wouldn't believe him.
I mean, okay, well, I mean, any words for Cardi? I mean, she kind of jumped into the mess.
A liar told her I was lying and she believed it. Unfortunately. Okay. Yeah, but in reality, like, I feel like, how many kids were born last year with the last name Diggs?
Yikes.
A plethora?
What's that mean though?
He can't be telling all the truth.
Okay.
I don't think she would have signed up for that.
True.
Yeah, it's a fact.
I know. I mean, do you think that there's any coming back for this like friendship with you guys, or like is this just completely done? Like, I'm just curious. Like, how did this get to this point?
When I tried to give him a pass a couple years ago, thinking that it was something that he would apologize for and move on,
And trick on me some more.
Kind of gave me his ass to kiss, which is why we're operating in the realm of litigation that exists currently.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, how do you feel about going into court about this whole situation? How do you think it's going to play out?
Well, in the regard of court, I feel validated. I feel vindicated. I feel like the truth is going to shine bright. I feel like for what they did to me, especially here in LA, May 29th at my residence. Yeah, when I say somebody got to pay, I ain't talking financial. Like, justice really got to be executed within full form. So somebody got to go. Somebody got to be held responsible. I tell you like that, and it's not a dollar amount that could change my mind. If it's up to me, this case is tried before a judge and jury, and I can't wait for that day.
Okay, so what do you have to?
So I mean, you're not taking something in my mind. You're not taking something too far to a judge and jury.
People they lie all the time on the court, bro.
Of course, but I'm taking money if I know I'm lying.
Well, he gonna get. Wait, hold up. This is now he's saying two different things.
He's saying I want to take it to a judge, but ain't no dollar amount in the world.
But trial is one thing compared to civil, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's criminal court and then civil
court.
So when he said trial, he's talking about
criminal court. Yeah.
All right, okay, and then that's cool. Then he gonna get, if that goes down, he gonna get his money from civil.
Yeah,
that's how it works.
They're not mutually exclusive. You take somebody to criminal court, you get a ruling, and then you take them to civil court.
Listen to this interview. Y'all can't tell me this dude is like. It's like
he's soft and messy and weird.
He reminds me of a messy dude that never had a shot.
Yep.
This is my shot to be famous now.
Yep.
Look how he talking on his tattoos. You can see it.
Yeah.
It's like every question he has like a whole speech to it. I'm like,
it is. It did seem too well prepared.
He prepped this in the mirror for sure. He talked to himself in the mirror about, okay, TMZ's gonna ask me these questions.
They don't even know about this guy. Dude with a whole bunch of tattoos that's trying to get found in LA. Like millions of people out here. I ain't buying this bull crap. Now, if I find out that Stefon got some other stuff going on, then I'll change my mind. But right now, watching this interview, like this dude looking for attention.
Kieran, get us out the show, bro. That impromptu topic.
We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Added topic into the show. Go ahead and hit that like button.
Wrong way to leave.
Oh, we do have some super chats though. Before we got some off of that topic.
There's three more. All right, last three. Do we have to leave?
Rome trying to leave.
Jojo B368 says Stefon said he was talking about playing basketball, which makes sense with Chris' response. Chris made the same accusation to Tank Davis when he fired him for stealing, same as Diggs did. He's a known liar. His baby mama even came out and said he was. Clutch Kick said nothing wrong with men being in that community, but let's be real. I believe Chris only bringing this up because Diggs was done to play.
Agreed.
So he wanted to out him. Let Diggs dig. Stefon, a.k.a. Freaky Zeke. French White, gonna round us out on the show, said, Acho, I'm from Civ.
Côte d'Ivoire.
Ivory Coast.
Côte
d'Ivoire.
Alrighty, them your people said, a little embarrassed you didn't know Burkina Faso. Remember the Titans, any given Sunday, the longest yard, Friday Night Lights, best to worst poll. We kind of did this.
That one.
Yeah, we kind of did
Remember
this.
the Titans won.
Yep.
What lost? He threw one more in there.
Yeah, he did. Any given Sunday, the longest yard. He threw the longest yard in there.
Yeah.
Remember the Titans? Number 1.
Yeah.
Friday Night Lights. Probably
Friday Night Lights,
probably
too.
2. Then
I don't really care
Any
what
given
that
Sunday, then the longest yard.
Whoa.
yeah.
Let me give him Sunday was like this one of my favorite movies of all time.
That'll be 3 then. Longest yard 4.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's all I got. That's all I got. Most relatable, least
Look,
debatable.
man, we appreciate you guys. Hit that like button.
Had
Hit
to
that
get one
subscribe
in.
button.
Had to
Before we
get
get up
one
out of
in.
here, dude. That was so gross. Get it up out of here. Look, we will be back tomorrow night, 11:15
will.
p.m.
Yes,
Eastern,
sir.
10:15 p.m. Central,
sure will.
8:15 p.m. Pacific time. Here in the Speakeasy, we do not respect Mountain Time. I'm ready to go to bed.
Or AC.
I got my do-rag on, brother. Look, for Kieran Hickey Simple, LaShawn Shady, McCoy, Emmanuel, Acho, and Social
Yeah.
Trade, and everyone in the back, make some noise in the back.
Shout out to the gang
We'll
in
see
the
you guys
back.
next time, right back here in the Speakeasy.
Peace.
Yo, that's a wild little situation.